podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Hey, Daddy, this is Dollar Beat.
BoxingVoice.com. No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects. BoxingVoice.com. How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on an app. BoxingVoice.com. I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another jam-packed morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. First up on the docket, heavyweight contender Otto Wallin is scheduled to be on the show in 28 minutes at 9:30 a.m. Then we'll have cousin of Javier Capetillo, Jorge Capetillo, who I guess he's most notably known for saving Fury with the eye in the Otto Wallin fight, and also for training Andy Ruiz for a few seconds. But yeah, we're here to discuss Devin Haney taking to his social media and announcing that he is under negotiations with Yuriorkis Gamboa for a scheduled fight. So this is what we're going to be talking about. If you're interested, you already know the number to call in. It's the same one every day, every morning, same bat time, same bat channel, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. Yeah, let's do it. Let me head on out to Corpus Christi, Texas. What's going on, Mongia?
It's me, Mario.
What is going on? Well, had my niece spend the night with us last night, and I don't know if everybody's having this problem, but kids not being in school for this long, this little girl stays up till like 4 or 5 in the morning, which is like something we don't do here at all. And yeah, bro, she's wild. But yeah, man, as for the topic, I don't know. I don't know if I want to give my side first until I hear everybody else's, see what they think. And I know that sounds kind of like a little, bitch move or whatever, but it's more because I'm willing to hear everyone out. I'm willing to hear what people have to say specifically for this topic, because I do like Devin Haney, but we'll chop it up. What up, Doomy?
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Legend the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their cloth. There's no one that can match.
Cheers. It's TBV in your cup. Good morning, everyone. We got past the hump. Wednesday's past us. Today is Jueves. And, we got something that's being talked about, or should I say negotiated on already. And how do we feel about it? How do I feel about it? I mean, it takes, at least 8 months for Achilles to heal. So what are we gonna get? If he gets that fight and he comes back that quick, I don't know, guys. I mean, I heard Mario go, Vanessa, what's up, champ?
Buenos dias, buenos dias. Nah, man, listen, Devin Haney revealed on his social media earlier this week that he started negotiations to fight Yuriorkis Gamboa in his next fight. So I wanted to debate this, but not for the normal reasons. I think maybe the backlash was too much, and he may not want this fight anymore. He deleted the Twitter posts, and yeah, it's not on his IG or Twitter anymore. So all we really have to go off is Michael Benson letting his followers know, and we can read, I guess, the comments that were left on Benson's. He had 221 likes on it, 57 retweets, but he had quite a few comments. Now, according to the article that I sent you, Haney received a lot of backlash when he announced it, and that could have led to the reason that he deleted the tweet. Now, the tweet is on the article that I sent you, which basically says exactly what you see on the thumbnail, that, he's beginning negotiations with Yuriorkis Gamboa, but it was the backlash. So today's question basically is this a statement? Is this statement time for Devin Haney, or is this simply Tank's leftovers? Because this can be taken in two separate ways, right? Like, you can obviously make a statement here if you're Devin Haney. If you go out there and you destroy Yuriorkis Gamboa, it will be a statement. It will be a statement. And just to hopefully see why P's up early, just so I could get all up out of him, right? Because it's like a lot of people love to talk about Canelo and how he likes to fight people that are 34 to 35 years old. Meanwhile, this is Tank's biggest name on his resume, right? Is Gamboa. Because Gamboa, even though Pedraza has become a two-time world champion, Gamboa is more accomplished with 2 Olympic gold medals and a champion at 130 and 126. And been in bigger fights than Pedraza. And he's 38, Gamboa. He will also be 38, 39 when he faces Haney, if and when he faces Haney. So again, it's not just the Latino Mexican fighter that likes to fight 34, 35-year-olds. No, that's the way of boxing. You face former champions to build yourself, because the last 6 opponents of Devin Haney, we are the only ones that know them. The casual fans do not know them. A name like Yuriorkis Gamboa that shared the ring not only with Tank, but with a bigger name, or at least a more accomplished name, in Terrence Bud Crawford. So, I think this can be a statement and a time to make one, but it can also be perceived as Tank's leftovers.
Yeah, look, broski, man, this is looking like, it's looking like they're trying to measure up to see maybe how Devin does against Gamboa, to try to see if they could put that out to the media and sell it like that, like look the way, because I think Devin,
a barometer fight, that's always a good thing.
But how are we going to get a barometer fight when Tank had Gamboa on one leg from the second round onward? So if he gets a healthy full Gamboa and he beats him decisively, then he's just going to look way better than Tank, period. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank literally had him with one leg and didn't take him out, I guess, like it was expected. But, it is what it is, man. Look, Gamboa is a great fighter. You always get, a good fight out of Gamboa. But, I just, he's older too, with the Achilles injury too, man. He's taking on these young, athletic fighters. I just don't want to see him get hurt, man. I think Devin Haney could possibly hurt Gamboa.
Yeah, look, obviously it's not the fight we wanted for Devin Haney. And obviously we believe him to be far more skilled than to be fighting anybody's leftovers. That said, I don't know if I'd really hold Gamboa to that measure to be anybody's leftovers. He's still a super talented fighter. I just think that we're in a recession, a pandemic, and some of these fighters they're going to have to make the choice to either fight these kind of fights or sit and wait until something changes in, our societal, or I guess, like, as far as the pandemic's concerned, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I think that what we're starting to see is the hypocrisy. And I don't mean from anybody on the show or even from the chat. What I'm talking about is just boxing fans in general, Twitter. People will go on and criticize Crawford and say, well, he needs to fight now. Well, now that we've seen these fights and now that these fights are being made, he needs to fight now. And on the same breath, look at a fight like this and then trash Devin Haney on Twitter. Like, I saw that from multiple people that I follow yesterday. Multiple people. I saw them in the last 48 to 72 hours since Monday, let's say, come on Twitter, run down Bud Crawford, run him down for not wanting to fight during the pandemic, during a time where it's already been stated that he's not going to get what he's worth, and then come simultaneously a few days later and just rip Devin apart. And that to me is unfair. I don't like the fight. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's going to challenge Devin Haney. And again, it's not that I'm saying Gamboa is not good. I'm saying Devin Haney is that good that he can make somebody like Gamboa a world-class fighter with attributes that, we rarely see compacted into another fighter, another athlete, let alone.
I don't think anyone would get at you for saying that Gamboa isn't the fighter that he once was. It's just that simple. He is not the Gamboa of 126 pounds. He's not that guy that we used to associate with Mike Tyson. Those days are gone and forgotten. Can he reinvent himself? Yeah.
Does he need to?
Why not? John Pascal did. Bernard Hopkins did. People
Are you saying the Gamboa that we have right now is what, useless or he's just a barometer test at this point?
I'm saying the Gamboa that we have right now is a shell of himself. He's 38 years old. Remember, he defected. He was already old when he started his professional boxing career. He had 3 promoters. He's absolutely at the last leg of his career, but just like many, George Foreman, Bernard Hopkins, plenty reinvent themselves. Listen, the issue is he's going straight into a Haney fight. How do you reinvent yourself without any tune-ups? You know what I mean?
It's
dangerous.
You don't.
And 7 months.
This is a Devin Haney fight.
But look, there's no denying that he's not the same guy at 38, and that his power isn't the same from 26 to 35. But he's still the best opponent Devin's been in there with.
Listen, it's not a great fight. It's not. And this isn't going to be the thing that tests Devin Haney or shoots him up the commercial ladder or anything like that. But he could go out there and make a statement, like you said, and add it to the highlight reels. What does that accomplish overall?
Listen.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but we were already in this predicament. We were in this situation not too long ago with Ryan. When Ryan fought Fonseca, it's like, oh, what's he going to get out of that? And boom, he knocked him out so beautifully. It was SportsCenter, it was Instagram, it was all over the place, and the fight became meaningful. Boxing hardcores use it as a talking point. Well, he did knock out the guy Tank fought. It took Tank 8 rounds, and that's what all Devin got to do is wash Gamboa, and there won't be mention of age. There won't be mention of Achilles. You got to wash him. Now, when you struggle and you go 12 rounds with a dude on a broken wooden leg, yeah, they're going to talk. But if you wash him, you washed him.
Yeah, look, it boils down to me for one simple question. Would you rather see your favorite fighters fight or not? And this point, it's not a good fight. I don't want this fight, but I don't want to not see Devin Haney fight for the rest of 2020. And to me,
how much longer could
simple.
he wait though? How much longer could he wait for a better opponent? Like, or is it something that he just wants to get in the ring and he's just in a rush to get in the ring and this is the opponent that was available, quote unquote? Real quick. Trenton Jones says, disagree, Doomy. People leave out fact Tank caused that injury. I like this fight, and I like it for Tank also. Did you see what he said about Garcia and Campbell? Nah, what did he say about
Yeah, that Garcia don't want to fight any. I seen everything. Look, and we know it's true. He's saying Garcia don't want to fight anybody. He don't want to fight Campbell. He don't want to fight anybody. Then he's saying, stay awoke, people. These guys don't want to fight me, and their promoters don't want to give me a shot. They're blacklisting me, and they're trying to make it look like I'm the one that doesn't want to fight. Hashtag stay woke, something like that. And I'm paraphrasing all that, but I've seen what he's been saying. And look, and we're not denying it. You know, he said he want to fight Tank. He said he want to fight Ryan. You could check his Instagram now. 12 hours ago, he was telling Ryan, like, you don't want to fight Campbell, just fight me. Let's make this, ish happen. So he wants to fight. He got in front of Mikey, took the picture. Mikey's like, oh, I thought he just wanted a picture. Like, what's wrong with you, champ? Nobody just takes a face-off picture in your division. Oh, I thought he just wanted a fight. Yeah, we could do that fight later on. Everybody's talking later because nobody wants to be the first guy to make him great. Because the minute they give him a shot, he's got his opportunity to prove that he's not hype. And then it's going to be off the back of that name, off the back of a Mikey, off the back of a Gervonta, off the back of a Ryan. So they like, no, go find your own name. Don't do it off of me, And Ryan represents something more. Like, they can't get Haney Linares. He don't represent what Ryan represents. You know what I mean? Ryan's popularity, whether hardcore is hated or not, other fighters see it and they understand that translates to dollars, and that's why they want to fight Ryan. They don't want to fight Haney. Ain't nobody calling out Haney. The risk got to be worth the reward. And with Ryan, they see less of a risk and more of a reward. But we got about 14 minutes for Otto Wallin to come on the show, and we're going to talk some heavyweight boxing. He's scheduled to fight Travis Kaufman August 15th, which makes it the David Benavidez card in the Mohegan Sun. You know that, right? Yeah? Yeah. August 15th is the Mohegan Sun, and it should be the headline. The headline should be David Benavidez, if I'm not mistaken, versus Angulo. Not Alfredo Angulo, but the Angulo that faced Gilberto Ramirez. And that's August 15th. Yeah. So it
and
looks
who's the main on that? It's out of. I just wanted to make sure, bro. Like,
I just
do you know that when you correct me, you might just be helping some.
I just literally said the main event is David Benavidez, and then went on to tell you it's not Alfredo Angulo.
You mumbled it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, what do you think, though? I mean, answer the question. Is this an opportunity to make a statement for Devin, or is this just Tank leftovers, and should he find another opponent?
He should find another opponent. Look, man, if he wants to be great and he doesn't want to look mediocre, and like at the end of the day, he can take control of his career and take it any which way he wants to. But at the end of the day, this is a sport that you're gonna be remembered. It's gonna be written. Everybody's gonna know. Everybody's gonna talk about this. So it depends on what you want people to talk about. When you're further down your career, or do you care or not, or do you really feel like he's a really credible opponent, and in the eyes of the fans, you are gonna elevate yourself? It's all up to the team, man. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's leftovers, and that's not my words. I don't know whose words is those, but if you want to just say that he's not going to get the credit that he probably deserves, even if he finishes him, in devastating fashion, they're still going to say, he's a one-leg guy. He was at the end of his career. All the excuses, man. So it's really where what you want to be talked about as at this point, because if you could wait a little longer, I guess, and maybe wait for somebody like Tanahara and Gesta, the winner of those two, or anybody else that you could possibly get that would, present more danger.
I mean, let's the ranking should have pulled up on your end by now. If we go according to the ring, right, they got Teofimo as number 1, your Honduran brethren, and then you got Vasyl Lomachenko as the champion. But Devin Haney is right there at number 2. Luke Campbell, 4. Richard Comey, that's a name. Fight Comey. If you're going to fight someone's leftovers, Teofimo's left over, but I mean, will you give him credit? Or are you going to say, oh, he's getting him off a knockout loss, a devastating? Teofimo softened him up. Teofimo finished him. He wasn't the same after Teofimo.
Yeah, knockouts happen in sport. Obviously, you're going to get those guys. They're going to talk that talk, but at least my man is, in good health. He doesn't have an injury, and I'm probably like going against. I mean,
his brain probably still rattling though.
Whose brain?
Come's. You talking about he ain't got no injury? My man probably still got his brain shook up.
Nah, it should be 90 days, champ. and again, like he's not like injured where a limb is gonna look. Some people talking about that Gervonta caused the injury in there, and like that's just a fight. Like I don't know about that. I thought that maybe he had that injury before he got in there. I don't remember, but. At the end of the day, he had a one-legged opponent that he couldn't take out, and I don't know if I give Gamboa credit.
He took him out in the third. In the 12th. In the 12th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He took him out at the last round, and
damn, but you don't get credit for carrying power to the 12th round. Jeez, it's a tough crowd.
No, you get credit, but you were expected, and that's where the casual fan and even the hardcore fans start to kind of not question you, but kind of look at you a little different, not only because of your performance, but because what other things that are carrying out and you not making weight sometimes and all the other stuff. So you question things. That's all I'm saying. And you had a one-legged opponent. You should have took him out earlier. If he would have had a full two-legged Gamboa and he carried him into the 12th round, then finished him, at least, in the eyes of the people, he would have fought a guy, that was fully prepared and wasn't injured and whatnot. So it's a matter of perception. And Devin Haney is going to be perceived as such by many, as taking on a guy that is still injured, not fully recovered, and all that other stuff. Now, do I give Gamboa credit as a fighter? Hell yeah, he's a great fighter. It's just that his steam is running out.
Yeah, man, it most certainly looks that way. He definitely looks on the back half of his career, and without any tune-ups, real hard to reinvent himself. But I'm going to take it back to the rankings, man, because we still haven't found someone that we would give him credit for, right? So but I'm also putting the link in the YouTube chat on right now in the live. If you want to ask Otto Wallin a question or Jorge Capetillo a question, you can do so by obviously joining our Patreon family. What happened, Doomy?
No, I forgot what exactly I was going to say. But how soon do they want him in the ring?
Well, this fight was rumored to be September. If you can, read the negotiations from the manager, Jesse Rodriguez of Gamboa, and just give us his update. While you pull that up, I got TJ that sends a super chat saying Rances Bartholomew is the only name I can think of. That's a real bad name, though. Bartholomew hasn't been in a good fight since he got hit after the bell, or he hit Argenis Mendez after the bell years ago on Friday Night Fights. I think he caught Argenis Mendez with a left hook right after the bell and was disqualified, and they eventually had a rematch. But, I mean, you can't name one fight where that cat has looked good or made us happy or even entertained, bro. Like, hell no. Yo, and I've never said anything like that, but, like, some dudes just don't make good fights, and he's one of them. I've never said anything about anybody like, nah, I don't want to see him, or he's a horrible fight. But Rances and his brother, Lealdi, make shit fights. Real bad fights. I'm just keeping it real.
I thought, I had high hopes for those two. They were training over there with Salas, and that whole style. I thought, but they just didn't integrate.
Yeah.
The negotiation that you're speaking of.
Robert Easter is a good name, but it's a PBC name, and I seen him training with my man Big Baby Jared Anderson, the real Big Baby, and with Albert Bell out there in Toledo. They was training yesterday. So Robert Easter, you know, he had the Everlast weighted vest. I don't know. Maybe he got the call, but he's PBC. It's going to be hard to do. Now, let me tell you, though. For those that don't know, bro, when Devin Haney was still fighting in Mexico, he was calling out Robert Easter heavy. Before Robert Easter became a champ, calling him out. When Robert Easter became a champ, calling him out. Doing lives, calling him out. And never nothing, because, you know, he was in the rear view. Tables turn. Let's see if he does like Earl and doesn't give Keith a shot, or he's like, bump it, I need a name. You a former world champ at this point. And I think Easter might even be two-time, right? Is he 130 and 135 or just 135? Maybe just 135. He won that title over
Yeah, I think it's a one-time.
Dennis Shakakov or Richard Coleman. One of the two he beat for that world title. The only other name, bro, because listen, right now, Ryan is tied up with Campbell. Linares is tied up with Fortuna. I don't know who Lee Selby is facing. Who is Lee Selby facing? But
let's check that out.
But he's the number one, so it could be if Teofimo don't get it right, because you see Teofimo like, yo, I'm in New York, where you at? And people keep thinking that fight ready. That fight ain't ready. They still teasing each other and taking shots like the other is not ready. Loma like, hey, boy, just get in the gym. And he like, bro, I'm over here where you at. I want to see contracts, bro. So Selby,
you seen that?
Yeah. So Lee Selby might be
he's against George Cambosos in October.
He's scheduled for Camboso. That's a great fight. We could finally get to see Camboso, George Camboso Jr. I would love to see that and see how that plays out. Selby's moving up though, so he's not. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. He been moved up and he beat Dennis. He beat my man from Delaware. What's my man name? Damn.
Omar
Douglas, bro. Why you do that to my mans and them? Hold on, we got a super chat that we must have missed. Here it goes.
Straight up.
Looks like TJ says Rancy Bartholomew's. No, it's another one. This one is TJ. He says, we need to watch Angulo versus Sims Jr. and Ramirez. Angulo versus Sims Jr. What, Sims Jr.? I'm lost, bro.
You talking about the Angulo you just said, right?
Nah. The Angulo I just said is Romero Angulo, bro. He's at 168, so I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, yeah, he is talking about that because Ramirez fought him. Gilberto fought him. But who's Sims Jr. at 68?
Anthony Sims Jr.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay. Anthony did get a matchroom fight with him. Yo, I ain't watching an Anthony Sims Jr. fight. Did he stop him? Kidding me?
I don't know.
My man be doing the Ali for 12 straight rounds, shuffling and wiping the nose and
yesterday was International Boxing Day. I thought
it was International Hot Dog Day.
That was boxing day.
It's too many internationals. We got to stop this. This is the media and the powers that be trying to get you to spend International Boxing Day. So what you had to do? Go to a gym, buy something boxing related. Come on, man.
Sims lost Hot Dog Day. Angulo?
Word?
I mean, either sad. That or BoxRec has it messed up.
They won't have it messed up. That's crazy. That's sad. I mean, I did remember he lost one time. I didn't know it was to a tune-up. That's crazy. Long Beach, stand up. Ain't he from Long Beach? He from Cali.
Says he lives in Plainfield, Indiana.
Yeah, but he from LA.
Probably is. I just don't remember him losing.
No, I remember him losing. I don't think I watched it. I didn't
watch it. It was in January.
When boxing was back, it was real hard to watch all those fights, bro. It was too many people fighting all over the place, all over the time. I ain't got time. Yeah, I mean.
Devin Haney, man. Look. I'm thinking. Like, I'm not trying to give Devin Haney no ish. If we get a healthy Yuriorkis Gamboa, he's healthy and like he's looking good. I would have to see how the recovery is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if he's at least healthy, and had a great camp, I could at least say, okay, you're fighting a well conditioned, healthy Yuriorkis Gamboa, because he's still dangerous. You know, he's still got power. He's still fast, even though he's 38. You know, obviously the reflexes are probably, you know, a little rusty at this point. Who knows? He's been a fighter all his life, so you know this stuff is like second nature to him. His muscle memory's there. So I guess the real thing is like getting a healthy Yuriorkis Gamboa. You got to have a healthy Yuriorkis Gamboa in there, and then we could do the whole play on
some Mario.
parameters.
Y'all hear him doing a Mario right now? Yuriorkis? Come on, bro. Are you Latin or not? Yuriorkis.
Well, somebody wrote the name wrong then.
What? Bro, what are you even talking about? Where is written wrong? Where?
It said Yuriorkis.
Exactly. Say it in Spanish now. Yuriorkis.
I thought it was Yurokis. Yuriorkis.
Yuri. Yuriorkis.
I don't know. I think you might have got it. No, you got it right. Look at that.
I know I got it right. I'm just saying. I'm wondering why you sounding like an American right now. I'm like, what the hell? What is he saying? What he was? I can't even say it as bad as you were saying it. That was.
Did I just say Eureka?
Yuriorkis. I think you were saying. I don't know. My man thinking of Icarus or something. Yuriorkis. I'm like, what the hell is he saying over there, bruv? But let me add Otto to this chatty chat.
Damn, the champ.
Call you the champ.
My man Otto coming through, hitting you with the Otto combos.
Oh, he gotta accept before I can add him. Come on, Otto. Oh no, that's what I need. I need that W at the end. Otto.
Damn. Yo, and I mean they don't. It's scheduled already, but I don't wonder why BoxRec doesn't have it in there. Yeah.
I mean, it got announced yesterday by Salida Promotions without a doubt. So,
damn, yo, that fight was so good too, man, with Tyson Fury. It was so good. Like it was like the perfect underdog story. Oh man, but yeah. Kaufman's a tough dude, though, man. You know, coming on the show and getting to know him a little bit better, too.
Yo, Kaufman was in his bag during the interview. Like, he took a moral victory with that Luis Ortiz fight. You see how he kept going back to that, referencing that? Like, yo, man, I fought Luis Ortiz on 6 weeks, bro. Like, I lasted with Luis Ortiz. I fought Luis Ortiz. I'm like, I hear you, champ. Do your numbers.
Yo, that was Lewis.
Yeah, that's all he would say. It's just a lot of Luis Ortiz mentions, man. But it says Otto is unavailable. So I don't know. I mean, he already reposted it on Instagram that he was gonna be on early this morning. So maybe.
Yo, how's the timing between? Is he out here or is he in
Sweden? I don't know if he's in Sweden. I don't know.
I wonder what they talk in Sweden. Swedish?
I just been told by the manager he'll be here, so we just waiting.
All right. Well, we could keep talking about Mr. Yuriorkis Gamboa and how I just feel like if he's super healthy, then I could probably run with it, and I can't hate. Can't hate if you got a healthy guy, but after what he looked like this last fight and the injury and it being that, you need 8 months at least to recover and all this other stuff, it's just like, who are we getting back? Are we going to get, a man that's fully, recovered and he's healthy, or are we getting a guy that's just trying to get that dollar and, he's a fighter, so he ain't going to turn it down. That's going to be, I guess, the main thing if they do run with this fight. And again, if Tank had trouble with him, he could present problems to Devin. And if he does present them, you get to see Devin, adapt and use different angles or different methods that we might have never seen in there. I don't know who's really put that much pressure on him.
We got Otto Wallin on the show, guys. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Otto, man, how are you doing? Thank you first and foremost for coming on the program. And, I guess if you could help our curiosity, are you in New York or are you in Sweden?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. And, Yeah, I'm in New York. I've been here since October. I live and train here, so I've been here all this time.
Oh, perfect. So, I mean, I would say that you might not have an issue getting any work being in New York, but the pandemic kind of hit you guys hard. So has it been difficult to spar and go actually to your gym? Isn't it Mendez, and are you guys shut down?
Yeah. I usually train at Mendes, but that's shut down. So at first we were training outside a lot, but then when we had this fight locked in, we were lucky to find a private gym that we're working out of now, and I have sparring there. I got two good guys, so it works fine for now. I got everything I need for this fight.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I was the boxing fan that knew nothing of you, right? Like obviously I seen the 2 attempts at fighting on Showtime, but nothing really other than that. And then you went into the Fury fight, and I'm like, no way. This guy, on the other hand, is like Otto Wallin, Joey Gamach, and I'm like, whatever. And then you put on the performance that has catapulted you to this new, I guess, level. Do you feel that even in the loss, you kind of won versus Tyson Fury?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, I was there to win, and I wanted to win, but how it all played out has been more of a win than a loss for me. When I meet people on the street, they say, congratulations for the fight and stuff. So it's been kind of like a win. But like I said, I wanted to win the fight, and I felt I came pretty close, at least with the cuts. Should have almost been stopped that fight. So it's been more of a win for me than a loss. So I'm happy about that. I went out there and, showed that I belong, and now I just gotta keep showing that. And I'm happy I get to fight Travis Kaufman. He's a veteran, so it'd be a good test and a good showing for me.
Are you more excited about Kaufman versus your first scheduled opponent, which was supposed to be Lucas Brown's U.S. debut? Which one do you think, I guess, is not higher ranked, but more popular?
I would think Kaufman, because he's American, and that's good. And I also think that Kaufman is better than Lucas Brown. Lucas Brown, he can punch, but other than that, he's not great. I know Kaufman, he's been in boxing his whole life, I think since he was 9 years old or something. His father's a trainer, promoter. So Kaufman, he's a veteran, like I said, a good fighter, and he's got good skills. So I think that Kaufman is better than Lucas Brown.
Is this going to be scheduled on the David Benavidez versus Romero Angulo card? And because I seen that both of you guys are fighting in Mohego's Sun on the same day, so I'm assuming it is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So how do you feel about being on that card and I guess getting boxing back going and fighting in the tri-state area, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to come back. I fought Fury in September. It's been almost a year now, and a lot of things that happened with the virus and stuff. So I'm just happy to be back. It's been a long time. I wanted to fight before this, but I've been waiting. I've been training all this time. So I got a lot of pent-up energy that I want to take out. And then I really like Benavidez, so it's been nice to fight on his card and to watch him fight. Because I remember I've seen some fights with him before, and I'm impressed with him. Then fighting in the tri-state area would be nice too, but no spectators. So
how do you feel about that in depth? Not fighting in front of the crowd. Does it affect you at all? Do you get a different sense while you're in there fighting?
I mean, I've never done it before, so we'll see what happens. But it's the same for both guys, and I always love to have the crowd there, of course. But I just want to get better, and I know to get better, I gotta fight. So I just want to take every opportunity I get to fight. So that's the most important. But with fans, it's better. But we have to do it this way now.
With Tyson Fury, the crowd was really roaring for you, man. How much did the crowd help in that fight?
Yeah, it was good. It was nice because, like we said, nobody really knew me when I got there. And then as the fight progressed and I started winning some people over, that was cool. at first I only had my family and my friends rooting for me, but at the end I had more.
Yeah, you definitely did, man. You had me rooting for you, man. And let me ask you this, man. You've been in there with Tyson Fury, obviously, and he came in really heavy for the second fight with Deontay Wilder. Anything you could tell, the ex-champ, Deontay Wilder, any tips you could probably give him in there? Because you dealt with Tyson Fury pretty good, even though he was obviously the bigger guy.
I think to Wilder, he should just try to be himself. And, it's hard. He shouldn't overthink. I felt like he was loading up too much in that fight. He has got to go in there, try to fight him and let his shots go. He's got big power, but he can't only rely on that. He can be a good boxer too. He showed with Devin that he has a good jab, so I got to get that going. And Fury's a big guy. He's got a big belly, so go downstairs too. Try to hit him there, because Fury has good upper body movement and it's hard to hit to the head. So hit him to the body, and you gotta try and do what you can, and don't show him too much respect, and just let your shots go.
And now that you're coming in there, you're coming in there and fighting a veteran like you're saying, Kaufman. What are you looking to work on in there in the ring, or is there any, without revealing the game plan, obviously, is there anything that you're, because Fury was much taller, different type of opponent. Obviously, Kaufman's a little smaller, so do things really change for you?
Yeah, of course, it has an impact on the game plan and stuff. But like I said, I think Kaufman, he can do a little bit of everything, because he's been in boxing his whole life. I've seen him fight guys on the inside before. I've seen him boxing and moving a lot. So we're going to be prepared for everything. And I think that me and Joey, we have good chemistry. And Joey's a very good trainer that always teach me everything. Like he tried to make me all around. He wants to fight me being aggressive, boxing, and he's getting me good skills, and I feel like once we get a fight, it's easy to tune into everything that we need. And I feel like Joe, he's covering everything always. Like I said, inside fighting, outside fighting, moving my head, moving my feet, and I think that's very good. Yeah, I see you got it going on there. The TikTok.
You gotta do it, Chip.
That's the clock, the tick.
Bro, that's the pendulum swing, Chip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
How'd you look, man? I'm interested. How'd you link up with Joey, man?
That was about 7 years ago when I first turned pro in 2013. I was in Europe. I first went to Berlin, but after a while I wanted something else. I talked to my promoter, and they suggested I go to Denmark and meet with this American trainer that was out there. When I got there, that was Joey. And yeah, it took off from there. We clicked, and I felt like Joey's been very good to me. And then when he moved back to the States about 3 years ago, I came with him here. So he's done a lot for me, and without him, I wouldn't be here.
And you said since what year? 2008?
2013.
2013. Yeah. Wow. So let me ask you this. So before then, you trained in Sweden, right?
Yeah. Before I turned pro, I trained in Sweden, and then when I first turned pro that year, I went to Germany for a little bit, then to Denmark. So I was in Denmark with Joey for 4 years. Then we came back here.
And you had amateur background over in Sweden?
Yeah, 46 fights. I started boxing 2016. No, 2006. So 46 fights. I had some national team fights and stuff, but I didn't have enough time to really get going. I turned pro when I was 22. So.
Oh, okay. Stylistically, when Joey Gamache came on camp, and you started training with him, stylistically, did things really change for you? From the style that you had learned, throughout the years up, and then switching over to what Joey was teaching you?
Yeah, in a way it did. I think that Joey, we don't get to learn a lot of inside fighting, I would say. I didn't get to learn too much of that. It was more boxing, and I had good trainings as an amateur too, but a little bit more inside fighting. And Joey, of course, being a professional and had been a world champion, and he works with boxing, so it was a little different, but still, I felt like we had the same idea of how to fight. And I've always been watching a lot of fighters from everywhere. Like when we were growing up, we were watching Lomachenko as an amateur. We used to watch him a lot. I remember the Russian fighters was always big around us, and the Eastern Europeans. So we used to watch them a lot. Then, of course, like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, Pacquiao used to watch a lot, and Pernell Whitaker. So then when I met Joey, like I said, we had kind of the same idea of how to fight, and he has took me to another level and just taught me everything.
Do you see yourself making a statement in this fight, or are you satisfied with the W?
Of course, the W is always the most important, but I want to get back into the top, and I want to get another big shot. So I want to make a statement, of course, and that's why I've been training all this time, this whole year since the Fury fight, and I feel like I've improved, and I hope that I can show that.
Can you talk to us about the injury? Because you were scheduled to fight Lucas, and then you got a leg injury, or was it an ankle?
It was my foot, one of my feet. So I hurt that a little bit. I was out for a couple weeks, but it got better, and we just had to be sure that it wasn't too serious and that's something that's gonna come back. And then, the virus happened, so it's been a while.
So was it an issue getting therapy for it, or because obviously during the pandemic everything was shut down and doctors were focusing more on C-19 than they were normal things? Were you able to, I guess, tend to it normally?
Yeah, I did, because this happened just before the virus happened. So it happened in February, I think.
So I'm going over the rankings, and you've been removed. Is it because you've been inactive since that Fury fight?
I don't know with the rankings, to be honest. I had that fight with Fury, and I didn't get any rankings. I got back in line almost, even though I gave Fury the best fight of his career. But whatever, it doesn't matter too much. He just gotta get back out there and show that I belong, and it will work out.
IBF has you in the top 15 at least.
That's good. I've been in WBO, WBA too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I feel like you're set up to win here. And, we want you to make a statement. But we had Travis on. He's not an easy guy. He had a very good fight with Arreola, where many feel maybe he got, the wrong end of a decision there. And then he, found, I guess he gives himself a moral victory for lasting the 12 rounds with Luis Ortiz and considers himself durable. Do you see a stoppage?
We'll see what happens. But with Arreola, yes, I felt that Travis won. I think with Luis Ortiz, yes, he went 10 rounds. He got knocked out in the last round. But still, he wasn't really committing in that fight. I felt like Luis Ortiz let him just survive. And Travis was running, and, he would fire some shots, but he didn't really commit. I felt like Kaufman, he was happy with going some rounds. And then you can tell after the fight, he walks over to Ortiz. He looks happy, not bothered. So, he was in with a good fighter, but to me, still, you wanna try. And I didn't feel like Travis was trying. I felt like he was more surviving than anything.
Now, you spoke of, giving the advice to Wilder to go to Fury's breadbasket because he's got a big stomach. Travis is on the heavy side, Travis is on the heavy side. He's never been an Olympian when he comes into the ring. Could we expect to see you, walk him down? Maybe are you going to be looking for that body? Because in the Fury fight, you were kind of on the inside, and, we were shocked. So I don't know. Is that something we'll see again?
Yeah, you never know how things going to play out. But, yes, he looks a little flabby. Always do. He's not the heaviest guy, I think. I don't know what he is right now because he's been out for 2 years. But he usually comes in at 240, 235. But still, he's a little flabby. So he's not the biggest heavyweight. But, of course, that's the belly, and going downstairs is always good. It's a good investment and can slow somebody down.
For sure. So we got a few questions from the people. George Foster in the UK says, did you take confidence from how easily Fury appeared to defeat Wilder in their rematch? Many boxing fans have said that you did a better job than Wilder, who is considered to be a top 3 or 4 heavyweight. From Manchester, UK is George.
Yeah, I take pride from that. I think that my fight with Fury was the best thing that could happen for him before the second Wilder fight. Because if our fight would just been as easy as the fight before, it might have been different. But I think my fight with him really prepared him, and also I had him. He adapted. So he came at me the second half of the fight. It was really aggressive and tried to walk me down. And that's what he kind of tuned into in the Wilder fight. He just took off where we left off. So he has kept that going and really worked with Wilder. So, yeah, I take pride in that and gave him 12 good rounds and a run for his money, much better than Wilder did.
All right, the next one's coming from BZ. He says, greetings to you from Brooklyn, New York. Great matchup between yourself and Tyson Fury. In preparation for the bout, did you take on any sparring from a bigger, heavier-handed opponent? And did you feel, thinking back, that enough was done in preparation?
We had a lot of different sparring partners because we know that Fury, he can do anything. He can go southpaw, orthodox. He showed he can fight on the inside, the outside. He dances. And he does everything. So we wanted different guys. And we had a lot of different guys. Maybe I sparred up to maybe 10 or 15 different heavyweights. Not the same day, of course, but different guys. And so I think that worked out good. But we didn't have anybody as tall as him.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find a taller guy like him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's hard to find somebody like Fury. Tall, awkward, like I said. So we had different guys and try to do it that way. Just have different styles. Some southpaw, some a big puncher, some very fast, even smaller guys too. So we just try to be ready all the way around. I think that's a pretty good way. You don't always have to have somebody that's exactly like your opponent. I think fighting different styles will give you different tools. Yeah. And I think definitely that we had a good camp and everything I could was done. Everything I could do was done.
Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's talked about that the other day on the show that, you're never going to find a guy that's going to be exactly like the guy you're going to fight. You bring in different guys. Ultimately, you bunch those guys together. You're going to have the reflexes for different styles. So if a guy brings 3 and you have 15 different guys in there, that's good. Pretty good preparation, man. The next one's coming from Rue in the 504. He says, how's the foot holding up during camp?
Good, very good. It's been, I heard it in February, so it's been a long time, and I would never take this fight if I wouldn't be 100%. So I'm happy about it. I got good people around me that's been taking care of me, so I'm feeling confident.
Awesome. The next one's coming from Trey. Says, thanks for coming on. On a scale from 1 through 10, how would you rate Fury's power?
On a scale from 1 to 10, that's hard, but Fury is a big guy. I would say that he's more of a boxer than a puncher. So he's not the heaviest-handed guy I fought, but still is a big guy, and if he hit you in the right spot, he can take you out. But that's a straightforward question, 1 to 10. I don't know, maybe 6, 7.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's more than average, though.
Wilder was saying that Fury has pillow
fist.
Yeah, he showed him that. He got more than that.
All right, the next one's coming in from Steve. Says, thanks for coming on the show. Do you believe Fury gets away with throwing illegal punches?
That's a good question. I don't know, to be honest. I didn't feel anything illegal when I was in there with him. I think that when you take pictures and slow videos down, you can pick up things, but that happens. There's pictures when I fought him and I punched him and I hit him like this, and that's it happens. You never know. Maybe you hit a glove or something on the way in. You hit a shoulder and the hand comes up. So it's hard to know. I don't think so, but I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough too, man. Look, man, like you said, things happen in the ring. I mean, I personally think Fury's just so big that, and you look, the referee is not going to have a 360 view of what's going on. If you go two heavyweights and you got Fury that has his back towards the referee and he's on top and he's hitting you, things might slip and, things might not get seen and they might come off that way, you know, and sometimes, you got some fighters that, are a little gritty and little dirty boxing and they know how to get away with certain things, but that's the game, right? We got George from Dallas Fort Worth says, after your defeat to Tyson Fury, former first-time Mexican-American heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz said, Fury should stay in his own lane. He was minimizing your performance. Would you consider a match with Andy Ruiz?
I didn't know Andy said that, but Andy sent me a message on Instagram after our fight, said that I did a good job and stuff. So I appreciated that, but I never heard that statement before. But I think that Andy Ruiz is a good fighter, but I felt like he could have kept those titles if he just would have stayed training. I don't know what was going on, but I hope he gets back. And he's one of the top guys, so I would like to fight him.
Awesome. Next one's coming in from Sway. Says, thanks for coming on the show. Besides yourself, who do you believe is currently the best heavyweight?
Currently, the best heavyweight is Fury. Then you have Joshua, Wilder. Some guys coming up, Dubois and Joyce. That would be a good fight over in the UK. Other than that, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Time will tell.
So are you forgetting Dillian or you don't rate him?
I mean, he's one of the top guys. I would say I'm more that I forgot him, but I mean, if I forget him, that speaks its own language. But I think that Dillian Whyte, he's a good fighter, no question about it. So yeah, I mean, I rate him, but I forgot him anyways.
I love it.
So.
All right, cool. The next is coming in from the UK. It's Carlitos. Says, what's good, Otto? Glad you successfully recovered from C19 and are fit and fighting again. Travis Kaufman was on a few days ago, and he said you are basically known for losing and have no notable wins. What's your response to that?
He did say that. But he worded it different. He was saying like, yo, I can't believe that this guy has gotten so much fame for losing. So he's like, so I'm happy to be able to fight him because that means I'll get his fame if he wins. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, he's not wrong. I fought Fury, but before that, I didn't have too big of a names on my record. I beat the guy I fought. I beat the guys I fought, but I was just waiting for a big shot, and it came with Fury. I was happy about that, of course. And as a contender, you're just waiting for the big shot. So finally, I got that, showed that I belong, and now I'm more than ready to take on Kaufman. But at the same time, who did he beat? So, I mean, he's older now. He was knocked out by Tony Grano, like 10 years ago. And then he's been up and down and in and out. So I don't know who he is to say that, but whatever.
Oh! I guess the biggest win would be the loss to Arreola.
Yeah. I mean, Arreola, he's an all right fighter and tough guy, and he just gave Adam a good fight. But that was still 5 years ago he fought Arreola, so much have happened since.
I love that you've been researching him so much. Do you actually watch tape, or do you leave it up to your trainer?
My trainer, he watches like a maniac, and then I watch a little bit too. So I do a lot of cardio, and when I'm bored, I watch Travis Kaufman for right now.
So cardio on a treadmill?
I don't do a lot of running, to be honest. I do other stuff like the cross trainer, biking, and that's to save my legs and to try to build power in them. And when you run a lot, it can hurt your legs because I'm a big guy and you always want to stay.
No, it hurts your knees. I'm 6'5", brother.
Everything.
I'm 6'5", probably pushing 257 right now, and I know what you mean. I just didn't feel like I get the same. like I don't think I'm getting the same out of biking that I do out of running. What are you doing differently during the bikes? Is it hills only or circuit? What are you doing exactly on a bike?
No, yeah, actually with the bike, I agree with you. I have a hard time getting my heart rate up on the bike because I feel like I get too tired in my legs. So for biking, we normally use that just for light cardio. Like I use it, go to the gym, come back, and then do a little bit in the gym also. But mostly for the heavy cardio work, I do the cross trainer and I do intervals there. So with the bike, lighter work, and for the cross trainer. And the cross trainer is great for me. I feel like my heart rate goes up almost to a max, and I have tough intervals there, and I'm completely wasted after.
So, just to be clear for those listening, by cross training, you mean like what Robert Guerrero used to do, like actually like multiple exercises consecutive back to back in intervals?
No, that's not it. I think you call it the elliptical, is it?
When you use the elliptical.
Yeah.
Wow, and that works for you.
That works very good. It is what you make of it, and it's easy on the legs, easy on the body, and like I said, staying injury-free is very important. I've been lucky in my career that I've been injury-free until now when I had this last injury.
Nice. No, always good to find different ways to build stamina, especially in the heavyweight division. I know a lot of people don't run, and those that do, they do light jogs and walks like Fury and things like that. But, you know, always interesting to see how heavyweights are trying to maintain that stamina. We got any more from the people, Doomy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The next one's coming in from Newark, New Jersey. King Amin of Essex says, "Peace, champ. Have you been offered any other big-name fights or sparring opportunities after the Fury fight?"
Actually, let me reword that for you, because Kaufman said he was told if he beats you, he gets a $500,000 fight next. So have they offered you a $500,000 payday next?
I don't know what I can say about that.
So they did.
I would say this. I'm making good money off the fight. So.
Well, no. I don't know if you understood me. I'm not talking about this fight. He's saying, Kaufman, your opponent is saying that he was told if he beats you, the next fight would be for a $500,000.
Okay, so I say this. I'm making good money for this fight. And if I beat him, I'll make even better money.
All right.
Yeah.
But no specific name floated out there. Like, hey, you get past this guy, we might look at these guys, this guy?
Not really. But thinking for myself, I think there's a lot of good fighters out there, and I'm gonna be with Showtime. So we have all the PPC guys, you know. Sorry, someone's
all good.
We have Charles Martin. I think he's mandatory for somebody or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of good fights out there. And I just gotta take care of business with Kaufman and then take it from there. But being offered other fights, I think Chisora, they reached out for me when he had a fallout with somebody, but that was too close after the Fury fight. But we got back to them, and then we never heard back anyways. But I wouldn't have taken that fight because it was close. It was too close to the Fury fight. Maybe in October, I think it was. Other than that, I'm not sure. But every now and then, people want sparring. But yeah, nothing has really come up yet.
All right. You got this one coming in from Big Casual. Says, "What's up, champ? After a win versus Kaufman, name 3 heavyweight opponents you think will help propel you to a real title shot."
I think that I said Charles Martin. He's highly ranked. Who else is there? I mean, Andy Reese, one of the top guys. You have Dylan White, of course. He's probably getting his shot, hopefully. And I don't think too much about that. I got Kaufman right now, so that's who I'm focusing on. And I haven't looked too much past that. But I know if I put in a good performance, the doors are going to be open for me. So that's what I'm focusing on, and I put everything into.
Absolutely, champ. Just a couple of more. Thanks for coming on. I don't even know. We appreciate
only
your
three
time.
more. Only 3 more we have left, Otto.
Yeah.
You got Tracy, TJ. He says, if you win, who are you calling out? Period, Ortiz, question mark.
Yeah, we see. I think that, Luis Ortiz is one of the best. He's a really good fighter. But he is getting older. Nobody knows how old he really is. But he's Luis Ortiz. No, but I have no idea how old he is, but he's a good fighter, very good fighter, and he's one of the best. And he showed that with Wilder and everything. So, and also like he can fight that good at that age, whatever that number is, I don't know. But Luis Ortiz is one of the best, of course, and yeah, that'd be a good fight.
So is age a real thing in boxing, or do you look at Luis Ortiz like a strategic next move? Like, yeah, he's 41, he could be older, and he could get even older that night in the ring. Is it worth the risk, or is he still too risky?
No, it depends. If that will give me a title shot, that's when you want to fight a guy like him. You don't want to fight him for peanuts. It's got to be something on the line, and he's a big risk, but also a big reward. So that would be considered if it's a big fight and it could take me somewhere. And also with age, I don't know. He's a smart fighter, and I don't think that he's taking too much punishment. He's been knocked out twice with Wilder, but that's it.
Pretty much it, right?
He's a smart fighter, and I don't think he takes a lot of punishment. I've spoken to people that sparred him, and he spars. He doesn't go crazy when he spars. They say, touches and stay out the way. So he's smart, and if you are smart like those guys, you can keep fighting.
All right, this next one's coming in from Phoenix, Arizona. Says it's Bilo. Says thanks for taking the time with us on TBV. Is Tyson Fury really 6'9"? We've had a guest recently state that he wasn't.
That's a good point, because when we were at the press conference before the fight and we had a stare down, I told him, "You're not 6'9".
Oh,
and, yeah. He said, "No, I'm 7 feet and stuff." But I'm not sure he's 6'9" either, because when he stands behind with other guys, he doesn't look that big. So I'm 6'5.5". He was taller than me, of course, but I don't know if he's 6'9".
All right. Well, there you go, Bilo. This last one is coming in from Dennis from Tampa, Florida. Says, what's a typical plate of food for you when not in training, and what's one while training? If you're in New York, there's a lot of good Latin food. What are you eating on cheat day?
Yeah. So like I said, I'm always training, so I'm always keeping an eye on my diet. I hold myself responsible, But I got a cheat day at least once a week. Sometimes more than that. But I get a lot of Latin food. Really good. I love burritos, like tacos, and like the bowls also. So
I love bowls.
I heard about there's a market or something in Brooklyn, I think, on the weekends where they have really good burritos. So I got to go out there. But I like that. Other than that, I got my air fryer, so I make drumsticks and chicken drumsticks with rice, veggies, and try to keep it clean.
Absolutely. All right.
I got it. I love that air fryer, man. That's a really good little invention there. But listen, man, we want to thank you obviously for your time. It was a great interview. If you have any social media you want to give out for those that are listening that aren't following you, you can do so at this time. Thank you again. Wish you the best of luck. And I can't wait, man. August 15th is around the corner, actually. So you're already ready. Like, how long did you know about this fight?
We've been knowing about this fight for a while.
Nice.
At least for 2 months already.
Wow.
But yeah, it hasn't really been locked in, but we had the date and stuff, so it's been good, and I'm ready.
And before I let you go, you said you brought in some guys, but you didn't give any names, man. Drop them names. Who's helping you out?
Okay, so we got Cassius Chaney.
Oh, so you're in Florida? or you brought him up? Because he was with Lewis in Miami. We just interviewed him.
Yeah, that's right. He was out there training, but then he went back to Connecticut. I think he's from there.
Yes.
So we brought him over. We got the same managers, so he's here now. We got him. We got a Ukrainian guy that's very good. His name is Igor Plevako. He's very good.
Isn't he from Florida?
He stays in New York.
Oh, I thought he was trained. Not trained by Derek Santos.
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
He's got a good amateur background. I don't think he has that many pro fights, but he's very good. He's very good. He's managed by Dave McGuire, I think, and they just gotta put him more, give him more fights because he's very good. And thank you guys for having me. It's good being on.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Man.
Before you go, Otto, it's not a question. It's actually a shout out from James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas. He says, "You've given us great fights and now a great interview. Thanks for coming on the show. You've gained some new fans, champ."
Thank you very much. Good to be on.
Well, man, if you haven't already done so, give out your social media, and we want to wish you the rest of a good day.
Yeah, social media, it's just my name, Otto Wallin or Otto Wallin, how you say it. But just my name. I'm on Twitter. I don't use Twitter much, but Facebook, Instagram, and you can find me there. And thank you guys.
So how would you recommend to pronounce your name? Because your manager said like AHTO, Otto. So, but I heard you say Otto Wallin, almost Latin. So,
yeah, Swedish pronunciation is Otto Wallin.
Otto.
So I don't care too much. You can say whatever you want.
But the Wallin, the W is pronounced like a V. Wallin.
Yeah.
See, he made fun of me yesterday. I told you it's Wallin. Yeah, I told. All right. Well, thank you again, champ, man. Can't wait to get you back on. Hopefully, you get a victory lap.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Up and coming contender in the heavyweight division, Otto Wallin. It's better. It's better.
You went sweeting on.
Yeah, no, but it's almost Italian, right? I feel like it's Italian. Otto Wallin.
I think you just want to put your fingers together.
I just want to put them together and get that whole
vibe, that whole Italian vibe.
Back in the day, what's the matter with you? Huh?
Make you an offer you can't refuse.
So we got another interview scheduled in about 18 minutes with Jorge Capetillo, the cousin of Javier Capetillo. And, we're going to be talking some boxing with him. We're going to find out how Andy Ruiz's Invisalign looks, right? Don't his teeth look funny? It's always funny to see a guy that you know without Invisalign, then all of a sudden they fix their teeth and they get that. And you're like, wait, why do your chompers look so straight right now? You know what I mean?
Super straight.
They're like, hey, the smile's always like ready to bite through a Coca-Cola can with them damn things.
got the Simpsons smiling.
The Simpsons. Listen, number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. Looks like we lost Mario to the toilet bowl, I think, man. He's
Nah, Bowser and the Goombas got him. It's over.
So, man. So, shout out to all our patrons that asked Otto Wallin a question. And we are also scheduled to have Jorge Capetillo, which we also have a post there. If you want to ask him anything, you can do that as well. You know, you can definitely Nicholas Axeman Walters him a question. You know, I always say my axe like an axe, right? Doesn't it sound like that?
Yeah.
It's like axe that question, baby.
It's like, damn, they'll call you the Axeman like Walters.
That's right. That's right.
So this is George Capetillo, right?
I mean, he's Latin, so it's definitely not George. It's Jorge.
Jorge Capetillo. I mean, you.
Yeah. No, I bet you he's not gonna say his name is George. George is spelled G-E-O.
Bro, you know that you still gonna get called George in English. Like.
George of the jungle. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Nah, but this is the cousin, right? Of Javier Capetillo.
El primo.
Primo.
Dímelo, primo. ¿Qué lo que?
Que lo que? You souped up. You got the champs right now. You got Jason Rosario. You got Elvis Rodriguez. You got the Bumblebee and Abejón.
Bruh, it's about to go down. It's make or break season. DR is taking over and people don't even know. Slowly. Rolly in the world title eliminator fight or interim fight, and he in there with a Dominican. And I know he think the Dominican ain't good. I know he's sleeping. I know he is. But we about to see what Rolly really got. You know what I'm saying? We about to see what Rolly really got. Because them Dominicans, Dominicans is hungry, bro. That's what one thing you could definitely, die on your sword with. They going to be hungry. Now, you could also die that they going to be, lack of discipline might be there too. So, we got to see what happens. But
he gonna be fighting a title eliminator?
Yeah, he's fighting Jackson Martinez. No T. Martinez. Not Martinez. Martinez. And he's 19-0, 7 KOs. I don't know who he's trained by yet. But Rolly's going in with him. And Rolly's only 11-0. Rolly got the power. Let me look up Jackson
12
Martinez.
Fights. 12. No, he got 11 fights, Rolando, Jackson, right? So,
Martinez.
Yeah, this guy, he's saying that he never went 12 rounds.
So it is Martinez. Like if it was Martinez, but no T.
Martinez. You heard of this guy?
Bro, don't sleep on the DR brethren.
Rolando or Martinez?
Jackson. No, Rolando Romero is Cuban, bro. This Cuban versus DR right here. Cuba Libre. Damn, but Jackson is 29 years old. His nickname is El Phoenix. Huh? El Phoenix.
And so he rising from the ashes on this one?
That's right. But he's only had one fight in America, and that was his last one. And, that was at the State Farm in Atlanta. So that was on the PBC card. He fought on the undercard of Tank, it looks like. So
is this another one coming from out of DR?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see if we can find who he's trained with. I hope he's with Salcido down there in Miami.
Lost to Abram Nova in the amateurs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah? We need to ask Abraham how good is he. Actually, Abraham.
He beat him, and then he lost.
Actually, truth be told, Abraham already said that Martinez could beat Rolly. I'm gonna get you his exact quotes. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? My ear is always in the street. Let me see.
It's crazy because he beat him the first time. Martinez beat Nova the first time, and then the second amateur fight he lost to him in split decision.
Look, here we go.
Oh no, he lost twice to Abraham Nova. What am I talking about?
He lost twice to Nova. So Nova said, where's Nova at? Nova said, con un plan de boxeo, él gana fácil. Rolly no tiene juego de boxeo para él. So
he's with a good boxing game plan. He got Rolly. Rolly's a
he
hard
said
hitter,
with a good
though,
boxing game plan he could beat Rolly. Rolly ain't got no boxing skill for Jackson. Then he goes back to say, si él sería una buena pelea, pero lo que yo sé de ellos dos, Marine tiene mejor la escuela y él le puede ganar hasta por KO. So he says, I know them both. And what I know about him is that Martinez got better boxing skill and IQ. And he could even beat him by knockout, which is hard to believe with 7 knockouts. But hey, they just made this one interesting for me.
Hey, did you ever want me to read that quote?
Oh, the one that I said you were going to read while I was doing something else and then you never read it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and read Jesse Rodriguez, the manager of Gamboa's message about the negotiations with Haney.
So I'll read it in Spanish and translate as I go. Says, se está negociando la pelea entre el titular olímpico de Atenas 2004, Yuriorkis Gamboa, versus el campeón CMB. I have no idea what that acronym is.
CMB means WBC in Spanish, champ. Where you at? Strip your
That's
Honduran.
Get the heck out of here. That's the WBC in Spanish?
Yeah.
I didn't know that they changed.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't say WBC, but yeah.
Yeah, la WBC, Devin Haney según el manager del Cubano. Okay, so says that there's a negotiation going on for a fight between Olympic titleist of 2004 Yuriorkis Gamboa versus the current WBC champion Devin Haney, according to the manager of Yuriorkis Gamboa. And it goes on to say, septiembre sería el mes que se está manejando para que un Gamboa ya recuperado de su pie busque demostrar que aún a en los grandes ligas contra uno de los más grandes prospectos de la división 135 libras.
They played him, called him one of the biggest prospects. They trying to play Haney. He got the belt, man.
Yeah, why are they still saying that, man?
Because Gamboa's more accomplished. Why you think he's fluffing it up with saying, "Oh, 2004 Olympian"? Bro, we like 16 years removed from that, man. Be quiet.
It's so true.
That's like Ward talking about, "Yo, man, about to fight Canelo because I'm a 2008 Olympian." It's like, yo, chill, champ. We don't care about all that. We care you gonna fight Canelo because you gonna fight Canelo, not because you was an Olympian.
He still was an Olympian, but I get it. He says September. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. September will be the month that we're trying to drive into for Gamboa to be able to be recouped from the foot injury, so he can show that even now he can still be in the big leagues against one of the biggest prospects, which it's a pun, I guess, right? In the division of 135 pounds. So it goes on to say, el manager del cubano, Jesse Rodriguez, menciona que esta pelea se dará por Dazn, donde veremos un nuevo capítulo de la juventud contra la experiencia.
Yep.
So it goes on to say, the manager of Yuriorkis Gamboa, Jesse Rodriguez, mentioned that this fight will be showed on Dazn, where we will see the new chapter of the youth versus experience. Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, so real quick, we got a super chat from Jared Lloyd on topic.
Let me
Gamboa.
Oh, you got it?
Oh, you got it?
I mean, I don't got it. It went into the shadow realm.
Gamboa. Gamboa gave Bumlord Crawford problems, and he's still the top name on Bumlord's resume. Laughing out loud emoji. After Gamboa, your mans went on a 6-year pedestrian tour. Word has it, he is at the food bank searching for his next opponent.
Holy Testicle Tuesday.
But that's why it's a good choice for Devin, because casuals know Gamboa, so he'll get recognition from casuals, not from hardcores. They'll say what y'all been saying, but, you know, casuals, they'll give him that. Now, you know, the sad part for this guy is he's only fought in DR, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's only fought in, I think in the amateurs he fought in Puerto Rico, my bad. But here
it looks like he fought in another country too, but I don't know. Peleoton Villa? I don't even know what the hell that is. It's this Caribe convention, but everything else has been in DR. That's suspect as hell, bruv.
That looks like it's in
the fact that everything else is in DR and you still getting decisions, like you should be getting knockouts in DR. So. Damn.
The competition is getting crazy.
I just hope the hunger's there. I hope the hunger supersedes the competition. You know, like, yo, I don't got names on my resume, but wait till they put me in there with something. I'm gonna show you what I am. You know what I mean? Kind of like Otto Wallin. You know what I mean?
Some of these guys show up. I mean, did Jason Rosario have a lot of fights in the States before he did what he did?
Probably, yeah. Lost to Gallimore, remember? But he had a few, though. He did get a few in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I wonder if, the styles, if you're only fighting in one country, how many styles you're exposed to. You know, you come over here, you run into different styles, and then it's big trouble in Little China, so to speak. Yeah,
Word.
Jason Rosario had a whole bunch of fights.
We'll see. Yo, I watched the video this morning or last night with Tiafimo and Rolly, right? Roasting Tank. Roasting. They were on live together. Like, they were super disrespectful. They would see me in the street, fight me disrespectful, for real. Calling them pregnant. All type of stuff. All type of stuff. Fat Tank. He ain't gonna make 130 for the Leo fight. Yo, real greasy. The both of them. And and T.O. could do that. You know, he showed what he got. He showed what he could do. I need to see Rolly now. Rolly was talking so greasy. He like, yo, I hope Tank stay at 135. I'll fight him next. After this fight, you know, because he's gonna be fighting. This fight versus the Dominican is for like a WBA interim. So he's in line to get a Tank if Tank stick at 35. You know what's even crazier? Speaking of Tank, you know what's even crazier? I don't even know if you know this. They putting both titles on the line. How? Yo, WBA.
That is great. Thank you for mentioning that.
WBA, they have literally spit on us. We as boxing fans need to denounce the WBA. The fact that they're saying two dudes fighting at 130 is going to be for 130 super,
and a 135.
No, but it's a 130 super WBA, so it's the real WBA 130-pound belt. And then the regular 135-pound belt, because Vasil's the real champion at the WBA.
So riddle me this: how do I fight in one weight division but get a title in another division at the same time?
Champ, because they are criminals, and you know, it's funny. It's funny. People love to talk about the WBC, but look at this. This is something I've never in my life seen. Where you're going to charge sanctioning fees for two different divisions, meanwhile they fighting in one division. And, bruh, poor Tank, now we got to call him a 5-time champ. He posted on his social media like, yo, WBA put in the belt, so that means I'm going to be a 5 times champ when I beat Leo.
Youngest fee and pay-per-view.
Yeah. Oh, you seen it. Yo, I went like this. Like, I just smacked my head like, really? Like, you really about to say that and want us to repeat it now? And again, it's like I said, who am I? I'm not the one in there.
I honestly thought it was Cap until I was like, oh, it's not Cap.
No Cap. Straight
like,
fackies. Straight facts, man. They wildin'. WBA, bro, that right there, that should have been the last straw for us as boxing fans. We literally need to be like tweeting our favorite fighters that have WBAs and like, yo, we don't respect that. That belt is a joke. There's 4 more of you out there. There's 4 more. There's the gold, the interim, the regular, the super. Come on, man. We
Ring.
Good. We good. We don't need you. No, that's just in one. In one division, there's a gold WBA champ in Virgil. Then you got let me give you the exact so you can see how crazy this is. You got gold champ Virgil. Then you got champ. Yeah. Then you got vacant regular champ, which was going to be Yuriorkis. Then you got super champ, which is Manny Pacquiao. And then Jamal James and this dude will be for the interim. So you got hella WBA fees right there. So Jorge said he's got his Skype. Let me get that username on email.
You know what though, Rolly, even though Rolly, you know, he's only 11-0, he's famous in the gyms, you know, for being a crazy sparring partner, listen, being really aggressive.
Yo, that ain't the same, bro. Sparring, I don't care how dog of sparring it is. When that winning headgear come off, and them 10 ounces drop. Bruh, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. It's not the same. It's not the same. I don't care what nobody say. It is not the same. You know, no way, bro. And you know, most sparring, it ain't like the Tank and Ivan sparring. So you know, people are being watched over, monitored, all that goodness.
Nah, Rolly they known for really aggressive, crazy sparring. That's what he known for. That's what Rolly's known for.
No, I hear you. I hear
Rolly,
you.
Rolly, as you know, you seen Mayweather.
I hear you,
put him in the ring with Rolly.
I hear you, but damn. Fuck, I sent the wrong text. I hate when that happens, bro. Shit.
Damn.
I sent George the post of himself. Like, yo, ask yourself a question on Patreon.
He like, whoop. Looking at you like,
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
Yeah, man, it was a mistake, you know what I'm saying? It's a mistake, man. It sure happens.
Okay.
But where we at? I sent them the link. Let's see if you're gonna be able to follow it. Jump in here with us. Get this thing going. Jorge Capetillo on the line.
yeah, man. Good question for him. I want to ask him what he thinks about this Devin Haney Yuriorkis. Yeah, I was about to say Yuriorkis. Yuriorkis.
You thinking of Enrique? That's what it is.
Yo, shout out to Cash Mash.
I mean, like Yuriorkis. There we go. Jorge.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up,
Vamos, campeón.
Yo, help us out. Help us out. We're having a small debate. Do people call you George or isn't it Jorge?
No, they call me Jorge.
See, I told this guy.
Do you ever get anybody English speaking mainly, right? Call you George?
Nah, not really.
He said nah, All right, man. Jorge, man. Welcome
to the show, man. Thank you for getting up early over there in the West Coast, man. So, how are you, first and foremost?
No, you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great now. I was tested positive for COVID like almost 20 days ago, and you know, I have like a few hard days, to be honest, but I start recovering very well, and thank God now I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling good, and just ready to get back to work, my man.
Oh, so they haven't called you back to the bubble yet because of the positive test?
Yeah, they haven't called me for that, and that obviously we gotta take care of the rest of the people. And I think the ball is over with the Oscar Valdez fight. Now we're gonna be back in August 22 or 29, back in the bubble in the MGM. So we're gonna have all this month to rest, recover, and just get back to work, man.
So what about your gym? Because I hear, we had your cousin on the other day, and he said that they're shutting them back down. Are you getting shut down too, or in your part of LA, is it different, or California, is it different?
Yeah, it's different because I'm in the state of Nevada. I live in Las Vegas.
Oh, you're in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm in Vegas, and it's different. And they haven't told us nothing about it. I closed the gym because I test positive, and I don't want to spread the outbreak, just to be responsible. But now the law told us to be closed 2 weeks, which is 15 days, and we're gonna reopening today.
So today you're reopening?
Yeah, today.
So do you have any fighters that you're working with yourself, other than like the bubble? Because I know you're like helping Top Rank, but I mean like any fighters under you.
Yeah, I have Antonio DeMarco.
Oh wow!
Former world champion. What? I have former world champion Jesse Magdaleno.
Yo, he looked really, really good his last fight.
Thank you.
He turned back the hands of time with that fight, man. He looked really good. Yeah. I didn't expect that, especially, I didn't expect that. Wow, what was done different? What's like? What do you? I don't know. What do you give credit to for this?
You know what? I know about the Marco experience, and I know that Giovanni Santillani was a young, hungry fighter. But I know that if we can arrange the middle distance to Antonio, use more his jab and work on the inside, on the uppers and the body, I knew that working the laterals, never staying, just toe to toe with him, because that's one thing that Marco likes to do is like be toe to toe, get some worse. So I told him, you know what, let's try to punch, and then move a little bit to the side and punch again, work on the laterals. And that's what we were working really good, and that's why he looks really great, because he applied what we're supposed to apply in the gym. When we were training in the gym, he applied in the fight. So it was a good fight, to be honest. I thought we won the fight, but the judges look different.
No, listen, we thought you won the fight. We thought
Yep.
you won the fight. We had Giovanni on too, and we told him we thought you guys won the fight. I didn't even understand. I thought it was wide.
Yeah.
I thought it was clear. Like, yeah, Giovanni had more energy. He was youthful, but I felt like DeMarco was way more accurate,
Outsmarting.
way more
Yeah.
confident. He was the ring
Effective.
general. Yeah, it was effective. Definitely was effective. But man, that sucks. Cause how do you keep a guy's spirit like that as a trainer? How do you keep DeMarco's spirit up to want to come back and train and put in an 8-week training camp? This 2 back-to-back tough decisions, because the Jamal James also was a tough decision. I'm not gonna say he won that fight, but
Yeah.
he did okay in that fight too.
You know what? I talked to him and I told him that first of all, he's not a welterweight, bro. To be honest, he's not a welterweight. He's a skinny dude, and that even when we dropped to 47, his body's still looking, a little bit chubby on the sides, and there was a lot of places from his body that we can still take water away. So I told him, you know what? Let's get back in the drawing board, keep your head up, keep your faith, and let's try it again. And thank God the top rank called us and say, you know what, guys, we tell you guys won the fight, and we wanna do a 3 deal fight for you guys for Antonio Barco, but it has to be in one. Yeah, it has to be in 140. Obviously, we cannot lose.
Wow.
But at least they opened the doors for him for top rank. Mr. Bruce Trampler, his manager Steve, they make the deal, and they just called us yesterday and said if we will be able to fight by the 8th of September, and we see the option. Obviously, we were in the gym, but that's what is in front of us right now. So things will happen after the fight, man.
Damn, that's a blessing, man. Shout out to
Yeah, that is
DeMarco,
a blessing.
because I was not happy. This is the only sport I watch, so I hate robberies, especially one that I watch live. So to hear that he's got a 3-fight opportunity is good. Obviously, like you said, he's got to win that first fight at 140, huh? Damn.
Yes, it's gonna be in 140. The first will be at 142, so we can adjust his body to the new weight. And what I was just asking his managers, he has to give me at least 9 weeks so we can drop the weight properly, and we don't kill him.
Damn, I can't believe, that's crazy. 142. Javier,
Yeah.
Nika Javier, I'm calling you by your cousin's name.
Yeah, no problem.
Jorge, that's like A-side treatment. Because,
Yeah.
for him to be coming off a loss and going to top rank, he should be a B-side. And they should be saying, look, we could give you the fight, but it's got to be 140. The fact that they're giving you time to make 140 with an in-between fight is pretty good. Who's the manager? Is it Steven Feder?
Steven Feder.
Wow, okay. Shout out to Steven, man.
Feder.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Steven.
shout out to Steve. He's doing a great job with him, and I'm really happy to work him. We work with him. He worked with Ray Beltran. His career to make him world champion. And I told him, just keep the faith up, man, because God willing, we're gonna make this man champion again. He's hungry, look good. We fought with a 10 ounces fight in a division that is not Antonio's division. So I told him, I think we have a world champion here with Antonio in 140.
So obviously, for those that don't know, I think most people know, and maybe they're calling it, your moment, right? That's putting you in the history books. Is We just had actually Otto Wallin on,
Oh
and
yeah.
you served as the cut man for Tyson Fury in that fight and helped him out. And since then, you guys have become really good friends, from what the media says anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, with Tyson, I have a great relationship. He's a friend of mine. He's really a humble guy, to be honest. He's the guy that everybody would like to be around him because he's just a humble man. He's very grateful. He's very funny too. He likes to come in the gym and sing and dance, but he works really, really, really hard, man. To be honest. So I'm really blessed to be part of his team. I'm blessed that he called me out and said, I want you on my team, and it's been truly blessed, to be honest.
So, obviously, from the Wallin fight to the Fury Wilder fight, it was like a complete different change there. Did you expect that?
Yeah. You talking about Stitch, or what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the performance.
Oh, okay. Um, you know what? He always had in his mind that he will knock out Wilder. Always had in his mind. He always believed in him, and it was just a matter to put the fire on him because a fighter like Tyson that he has so much skills. He can do anything you ask to do in the inside of the ring. He's the guy that is a quick learner. He got a tremendous footwork. He got so much ability. So it was like he said, I'm not gonna win this fight dancing and moving. I want to fight him. So when he started believing in himself that he can fight toe to toe Wilder, for everybody in the beginning was a spectacle. I always believe in him, to be honest. If your fighter is telling you that he's gonna knock out his opponent, how can that you believe it? You have to believe in your fighter. If he's telling you, I'm gonna be up there and I'm gonna knock out this guy, it's because his will is on. So, like you said, from the Otto Wallin fight to the Wilder, it was just that he turned the switch on and said, "This is it, my man. I'm gonna fight you. We're gonna be toe to toe. I'm gonna be in 275 pounds, and let me see what you can do." And you see what happens.
And what do you think the reason was for switching from you to Stitch Duran in the corner after he gave you so much praise and you got so much attention for handling the cut so well in the Otto Wallin fight?
You know what? I was one of the guys that told him because I'm more like a trainer, to be honest. I got my stable. I got Jesse Magdalene. Like I said, I got Antonio DeMarco, Javier Martinez, who just do make his pro debut, and a few more top prospect. So I was on my understanding that it was not about me, and I told the guys, for this fight, we should be somebody that they just do cuts like Stitch, which is one of my mentors, to be honest. It's one of my mentors. They've been teaching me about do the cuts and stuff like that. So I told him we should bring a guy who's just on the cuts like Stitch with experience. Because at the end of the day, it was not about me. I wanted to bring the best to the team, and I'm not saying I'm not capable, but I wanted to bring that support so he can be fully confident that now I have to catch me in my corner, whatever happens if it gets open. I got a man with a lot of experience that can help me out, and I got Jorge too on my team, working with me in the daily basis in the gym. I was working in the corner too. But to me, it's all about the fighters, man. It's not about us. Those are the ones that put the life on the line in the ring. So I always be like that. First the fighters and then and then us. So that's why I told him to bring Stitch around.
So Jorge, how long have you been working with Jesse Magdaleno?
With Jesse, I have 2 years.
So you got all his comeback fights, those last four?
Yeah, all his comeback fights. And the beginning was really rough because he was really depressed.
Yeah.
for losing against
Dogbe.
I said Dogbo. I said Dogbe. It was really tough. It was really rough for him emotionally. So you know you gotta talk a lot to the fighter, make him feel his confidence, get back to his body, the spirit of a warrior. Get back on, and we just start working day by day, day by day, day by day, and now we're really close to fight a world title against Emmanuel Navarrete.
Oh, you're gonna go for the
Navarrete.
vacant title versus Navarrete?
Yeah, that's what they told him. That's what Frank Espinosa, his manager, which shout out to Frank. It's a great manager, great friend,
That's actually
great friend
pretty
of mine.
good, man. You got the advantage there because you moved up first. Navarrete will be moving up now. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, it's gonna be good. Jesse has a tremendous skills and he got a tremendous punch, man.
Do you think the
Tremendous
confidence
punch.
is back 100% though?
I think he needs a little bit more confidence in himself. Obviously, he's a great puncher, boxer. He loves to box. But he can punch. But I think, like I was telling him last time, I think we're moving a lot without throwing punches. I think we just gotta fill up those spaces. When you're moving, you gotta punch and move and punch. So yeah, at the end of the fight with the last fight where we have
Yeah, with Vicente.
with Vicente, a lot of blows. But at the end of I think was a nine. I think he started screaming to him like he got mad. And I like that. That's what I take for this fight because he got so mad. They was telling him, "Come on, let's go toe to toe." He was
Yeah.
willing to fight him, toe to toe.
Yeah, Vicente
So
was pretty dirty.
I can see his confidence turn on the ninth round. I was happy for that because soon as Jesse is confident in to do, he's a dangerous fighter. He's a really really dangerous fighter.
So you think you're getting one more before Navarrete, or is Navarrete next?
No, he's next.
Okay.
Jesse has to be. He's a former world champion. Jesse just gotta turn out the switch. Look, just like Tyson did. Just turn out the switch. Say, you know what? I've been already there. I'm a former world champion. He's a world champion. Let's do it, man. Jesse been fighting since kid. He's been a national champion. Wins an Olympic team. He got it all, man. So he's just a purpose or more emotional, psychologically, to get on and get on ready. And now I can see that he's ready and he's willing to fight and he's happy about the fight. So that give me the confidence too, bro.
So what do you see in Navarrete, that you guys can capitalize on? Obviously, without giving away too much, but do you think he's as special as everyone is claiming to say? That he's kind of like the new guy now, the new hot guy.
Yeah, yeah. I think obviously, every fighter that become world champion is because he do something special. Nobody gets to be a world champion just by lucky, man. That's impossible. So I really think he's a tremendous hard worker, man. He got a tremendous punch too. I think he got a not one punch knockout, but he can demolish you. But round by round, he can definitely demolish you. But I think Jesse is more skillful and more technical to throw his punches. I think Navarrete opens up a little bit when he throws, and I can see Jesse can see those openings because Jesse's a counter puncher. So the more that you throw to Jesse, the more it's gonna make you fail, and the more it's gonna make you pay. So we're expecting a good fight. We're expecting a tremendous fight. And we're hoping that he brings all to the table. Navarrete he can throw a lot of punches to Jesse, so Jesse can perform better. And I believe Jesse has the power and ability to hurt Navarrete. To be honest,
When are you expecting this one?
I think they're telling us to October the
October?
3rd on the they're working on it on the Teofimo Lomachenko fight. Because we'll be pay-per-view, and they need the raza, they need the Mexicans to sell it.
Yeah. Listen, being as though that you're in Las Vegas, I'm sure you've gotten to see Devin Haney spar quite a few times. No, he hasn't stopped by your gym because it seems like that kid spars in every Las Vegas gym.
Yeah, David Haney's been for the last three camps. we will help him in the gym with my top prospect that I have, and they've been doing sparring. And I respect a lot of David Haney because his father and him, they're good people. They're really humble. They talk. They talk a lot in the media stuff. They sell themselves, but like be in person with them. There's a whole different story, man. They're good people. So I'm happy they always have them, David Haney in the gym.
That being said, we're discussing this morning a possible fight with him and Gamboa. He took to his social media, said he was negotiating with Gamboa. What do you think about that fight? Is that a good fight for him to get his name out there, or do you think he should look for a better opponent?
No, I think Gamboa is a veteran, gold medalist. And it's not going to be an easy fight, but obviously on this time David Haney is a young prospect, stronger, more with more more fresh. His body is more fresh than Gamboa. So I think it's going to be a good fight, but obviously I gotta give I gotta give my side to David Haney because he's younger. Gamboa's been through a lot of worse already. But it will be not an easy fight. Obviously, it's not. I like Gamboa. He's a friend of mine. He's a great friend of mine. But I just think that anything can happen. But I think David Haney is getting in his peak. As a young fighter. You know what I mean? So I think David Haney is a tough fight for Yuriorkis Gamboa.
You think they give him credit for that fight, Coach? Being as though Gamboa, is coming off a Achilles tendon injury, and the one he got in the fight with Tank.
Yeah. I think they should give him credit. Like I say, he's a gold medalist. I mean, it's not going to be an easy fight. I mean, Gamboa can, he's a great counter puncher. He's a guy that, like, Tank couldn't knock him out, and with an injury in his foot. So, like I say, yeah, obviously, you can get credit for that for sure. That's one of the names up there, one of the greatest Cubans fighter in history. Besides him, it can be Cepillo, Casamayor, Yuriorkis Gamboa, and back then Mantequilla Nápoles, or now obviously Ugas as well. So obviously, yeah, it's a great name. Like I said, it's not going to be an easy fight. Obviously, it's not going to be an easy fight. Gamboa is not the favorite. Obviously, David Haney is going to be the favorite. So I think, it's a great name for David Haney.
You ever had any of your fighters get an Achilles tendon injury? And are you familiar with that? And how serious is that for a fighter?
No, it is serious, man. It is serious. You can put pressure on your foot. You can put pressure. You can put your weight on your foot. You feel like a nail pinch you. So it was barely break for Gamboa not to quit on the stool. To be honest, we gotta praise that. He didn't quit. He's not a quitter. He has a heart, because to have a tank in front of you with that power to knock you out, and you still willing to fight on it and adjust and look for the way to continue fighting. You gotta praise Gamboa for that for sure.
Oh, smoke! Javier Martinez is your guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. Javier Martinez, 160 pounds.
He just fought the other day.
He made his pro debut, but I test positive a few days before the fight. So I got to quarantine myself, and I got to call one of my assistants, Edgar Sandoval from San Diego, to assist me in the corner, because he was so ready. I told Javier, you're so ready, Javier. It's going to be your pro debut. Obviously, the company is not going to bring a killer. He bring a decent guy, but they're not going to bring a killer for you. So I think you need to fight. You got to fight. That's the dream for the fighter, to make his pro debut when they're coming from the amateurs. And I can't just set them back and say, no, you got to wait for me. And that, it's not about me, At the end of the day, it's about them, about the fighters. So he said, yeah. Bring Edgar and we do the job. And thank God he got the victory.
That was a tough fight for a pro debut. Like, It wasn't like Javier. You remember it, Doomy? We did a live fight chat. It wasn't like
Yeah,
Javier
I
was.
remember.
It wasn't like
Ryan Burke,
Javier was losing. It's just that. What's that other kid's name, bruh? With the lion shorts. He came in with the fur, man.
Oh man.
He was alright. That's the thing. It was a difficult fight, man. That was a tough fight. That was a tough.
I can't remember. And I got on the message.
Yeah, I remember. He's from Milwaukee, man. The only other guy I know from Milwaukee is Louis Cubas Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Milwaukee.
You mean Javier is from Milwaukee. I don't remember the opponent, but it was an MMA guy.
Yes.
And I don't know who's bringing all the MMA guys, but let me tell you this: don't mess around with the MMA guys, because they tough. They can take kicks, elbows, headbutts. They're tough, man. They're tough. They don't got the technique, but they're tough.
I didn't know this guy was MMA.
Who is it? The guy you're talking about, Jonathan Burrs?
Yeah, that's him. I didn't know he was an MMA guy. He looks like a boxer.
The guy that we fought, our opponent for Javier Martinez pro debut. Yeah, he was an MMA guy. Wow. He was an MMA guy. You can see his body, man. His body was looking strong.
Good transition.
And he can take the punch. You know what I mean? So yeah, they told us it was an MMA guy. But then on the beginning, they tried to give me studs. He fought twice on the bubble. He lost the first one, and then he won to a 6-0 guy and dropped him twice. His name is Stubbs from California.
Stubbs. That's the guy that Timothy Bradley said, he needs to use his jab more. And then he came back. He heard Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward talking crap about it, came back and beat the next guy in the bubble. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he dropped him.
I think his name is maybe Tony Stubbs. I'm not sure.
Dante, I think. Dante Stubbs.
Oh, Dante
You know
Stubbs?
what? They offered me that guy for Javier. They offered him 6-0. Say, you out of your mind? Come on, man. He's making his pro debut. Bringing somebody, somebody decent. But not a killer like him, you can see his body.
Christ, really? That's horrible, man. I mean, I hope the money was better than a pro debut would be for a guy that experienced, because that's a huge jump. How good of an Olympian was Martinez?
He was good. To be honest, he was a good fighter. Obviously, I have to adjust, man, his timing to the pros, be more calm. Be more mature, use more his jab and just get in the middle distance because he got long arms. He was just the fighter, go to the short distance and throw. But obviously in the pros you can't do that. You can find a guy, he can punch too, and you can get caught. I'm telling you, you gotta be more aware. You gotta be careful. You gotta be sure that what you're doing, that you're in the right position to punch and not get hit and other stuff. And I think he did okay. He did okay in his pro debut. Obviously, I would like to see him throwing more his jab, set him up more to throw he launch his powerful punches. But he did it good. He got the win. He was happy, and that's all it matters,
Yeah, nah. Listen, Dante Stubbs is a dog. I had to Google him to remember his face. And I went back on Top Rank's Instagram. No, he fought real good his last fight. It was crazy. I mean, he's wild. He's raw. Like if Javier is,
had a gas tank.
He had a gas tank. He's a dog though. He's a dog. He kept his hands going, but he's raw. Like they come from weird shots. So I guess it's a little more difficult to prepare for an awkward guy. But we got some questions for the people before we let you go. You want to take that away, Doomy?
Yeah, champ. We got this one coming in from David Maldonado. Says, being that you were involved in one of the greatest Puerto Rico versus Mexico fights, who are your top 5 Puerto Rican fighters of all time and top 5 Mexican fighters of all time?
Top Puerto Rican fighters, I would say Wilfredo Benitez. I like Miguel Angel Cotto, Tito Trinidad, Wilfredo Benitez, Escopeta, Wilfredo Gomez as well, And my Mexican best fighter, it would be, I would say, I like it since Puas Olivares, Salvador Sanchez, Julio Cesar Chavez, obviously. What else? Let me see. Finito Lopez, one of my favorite fighters, Finito Lopez. And one more. Let me see one more. We said Olivares, Sanchez. Zarate. Zarate, 118 pounds. One of the best 118 pounds that Mexico has.
Those weight divisions don't get enough credit, man.
I know, but you know, there was a great warriors.
Absolutely. The next one's coming from Rue in the 504. Says, do you think Magdaleno will get another title shot?
Yeah, he's getting another title shot. They're working on October 3rd on the Basilo Machenko Teofimo Lopez card against Emmanuel Navarrete. They're working on it. As soon as we get the news, so as soon as they sign the contract, I will let you guys know. But yeah, obviously, we're working on it.
Javier, my co-host needs new headphones. So anything that you hear that you answered, just say I already answered that, because you know you already answered that.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave him a fair mention, but I'll take note of that. Next one's coming in from Info Joe from California. Says, what's the process or the method on how to figure out what weight a fighter should compete at?
You gotta see, he's when they have a lot of muscle, it's hard to take water from the fighter, so it's a few things you gotta measure on your fighter. Obviously sometimes they grow, the bones get thicker, they get more heavy, so it's strong for the fighter to do weight. So there's a couple things you gotta check it out, and see when he start eating and at least a small portion. That's when they're telling you he has to move up, because a fighter without food and without water, that's where fatalities come, bro. You gotta make sure that if your fighter stop eating at least a small portion at the end of the camp, start drinking water, it's telling you that something is wrong, man. You gotta move up, man.
Yeah. So Javier, excuse me, Jorge. Who did Martinez lose to in the Nationals in 2019, or did he not compete?
No, yeah, we went to Louisiana. I trained him to the Olympic trials, and we got champions in the Olympic trials to get the spot for go to the Olympics. Louisiana in December of 2019. We fought for the Olympic trials. It was a 1-week tournament, and we fight 5 times, and we won 4. So we become Olympic USA Olympic trials champions.
So he's a 5-time national champ?
5-time national champion, yes.
Wow. It's a lot, man.
And Olympic trial champion. He gained the spot for go to Olympics, man. He's a good fighter. Really, really good, Javier.
All right. The next one's coming from...
160, right? 160?
160 pounds, yes.
Yeah, who you got him sparring with over there?
We got him sparring with, on that time, was Chris Eubank Jr.
Oh, wow.
He was getting prepared, so we was sparring Chris Eubank. And another tough fighter from Mayweather's. But the most that we sparred was Chris Eubank Jr.
Who else?
And he became world champion in December. We were helping him for that fight.
Who else from the Mayweather gym? Is it Linnell Bellows?
Yeah, I think we sparred him. We sparred the other one. I think he was like a Ukrainian guy, Gabriel. He fought up Benavides.
Oh yes, Ronald Graville.
Yeah. Ronald
wow,
Gabriel.
Okay,
yeah,
168 pounder. 168. Nice.
So we sparred the tough guys. Now on this next turn, we hope that we can spar maybe a guys like Caleb. The experienced guy, so he can gain that experience, hopefully.
Nice.
All right, the next one's coming from the UK. George Foster says, what surprised you the most about Tyson Fury when you started working together?
What surprised me?
Yeah, the most.
I would say his humbleness. he's a humble guy. I remember he just get like an old Suburban, and he was moving around in his old Suburban, not happy. You expect from a guy like that, maybe as a brand new, truck or whatever, fancy truck. He was just moving in an old Suburban all over the place, so happy. And then he got a pickup truck too, and it was all over the place. So you can see, he wants to be just a regular guy. He wants to keep his foot in the ground, and just keep humble. And that's what surprised me so much, because a guy that they make so much money, you expect, come all fancy or with the jewels and all this stuff. That's not his style. So that's one of the things that they surprised me a lot for him when I start working with him and be around him.
Cool, man. The next one's coming in from Big Casual. Says, when Wilder wins the third fight against Fury, do you think the fourth fight can be the biggest fight in heavyweight history? Can't remember heavyweights of this caliber fighting 4 times. # 2-time.
I don't think it's gonna be a 4th fight. I think in the next fight, Tyson is gonna be more confident and go at it. To be honest, no disrespect to Wilder, but I think Fury take his heart. To be honest, he take his heart, and he let him. Like they say, you bully the buller, and that's what Tyson did. And I think Tyson already take his heart, like I said, and I think he's mentally he's more ready than ever. So in the third fight, it's gonna happen the same thing. He's gonna get knocked out.
All
there's
right.
no more 4 fights.
You heard it from George. Well, okay, the next one's coming from New Orleans. J-Mac in the 504 says, what type of talent do you consider Luis Ortiz to be? And why does his age always seem to be a way out of fighting him?
You know what? Because he's dangerous. He's a southpaw. He can punch. So he wants to avoid, risks like that. And obviously, I mean, King Kong has a tremendous heart, and I respect him a lot. He's a family man. I respect that a lot, and you can see that he can bring that to the ring. That respect, that sacrifice that he does for his family. So yeah, he's technically, obviously, he got a lot of technique. He has a lot of power to as well. When he can land some good punch on you, it can be a good right hook. Or a good straight, a left straight hand to your face or to the body, it can do damage, and that's why people avoid him, because even though he's old, he's old, but I think for the heavyweight division, it's just on the line, it's just on the line, and in the heavyweight division, they can still fight, and even they're old, because the power never goes away. So that's what I think Ortiz, he will be always a dangerous fighter.
All right, this one's coming in from Phoenix, Arizona. B. Low says, thanks for taking the time with us on TBV. Can you give us a few names to be on the lookout for in the years to come?
Yeah, why not? I would say Edgar Berlanga. that's
crazy.
He's a killer.
Yeah.
That's a killer. The other one that I like is the 140 that has Freddy Roach, Elvis Rodriguez, a 140 pounder.
Yeah.
Dominicano.
Yo.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh my God. That means that they could offer DeMarco that fight. You think they rush Elvis that quick to a DeMarco shot?
Yeah.
You think
he can punch, but DeMarco can punch too, and DeMarco, like he says, I never gonna I felt a punch like Edward Valero, just rest in peace punch.
Yeah.
So obviously for DeMarco, who's been in the rough and the tough with the tougher fighters that you can name it, like Valero. So I mean, I think Rodriguez, he's more developed. He's young. He's, I think, 8-0, 8-9-0. I don't think he has even 10 fights. So
no.
I think Top Rank just gotta take the time to let him grow, to let him develop, and he will become an exciting fighter too. To be honest.
All right, this it's the last one coming from the UK. Thank you so much for coming on, George. This one is from Carlitos. Says, "What's good, Coach? How true are the rumors of Fury financially helping you and your gym?"
Oh, you know what? It's true. Like I said, like he said, when you become a part of his team, you become part of his family, man. So him to see me struggling a little bit in the beginning of the year with the gym, he said, "Let's do something. Let's make it. Let's do a meet and greet. Let's bring people. You share info, and I help you out a little bit." So he was always willing to help me out. Now when we got locked down for the COVID on March, I was supposed to fight with Jesse Magdaleno on March 14 in the Madison Square Garden on the Shakur Stevenson Mariaga card. So they just told us on Thursday. They told us it was not gonna be a fight. So we got cancer. We back home broke with no money. We couldn't fight. So he noticed that and he said, "Hey, how did Jesse do?" I told him we got cancer for this and that, and said, "Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna send you a few bucks so you can be at home, calm and
That's
relax with your
crazy.
family."
That's
Yeah, like
amazing,
that.
bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I always thankful with Tyson Fury, for always taking care of me and my family. And like I say, he's a humble man. Like he worries about his people. He take care about his team. So you gotta love him for
I
that. You know
gotta,
what I
I
mean?
gotta ask you, man, because you've been in the corner. What do you think of all the, what did we call it? All the glove gate allegations.
You know what? The Waller team, they're just desperate. They're frustrated. They don't know what happened. They don't know what was it what they make wrong on the camp, or now they're trying to blame us. But you know what? You give the gloves to the commission like with 1 week and 1 week before. The commission has the gloves 1 week before the weigh-in, bro. So it's about the rules. They have the gloves, and then they bring the gloves to the locker room. The Wilder team was in the locker room when they wrap on when they glove bomb. So to me, it's just they're frustrated, they desperate, they don't know what to do, they don't know what to say. But obviously, man, like I was said, Tyson was 275. He just weighed like 220. It was a 50 pounds difference. And like I told you guys, just Tyson's turned out the switch and said, "Let's fight, let's fight." And when Wilder sees that everybody can punch in the heavyweight division, come on, man, you name it, everybody can punch. We're a puncher went from the chaos, so it was just the bigger, the taller, the heavy, the stronger guy in the ring, and you see what happens, and it's gonna happen again.
Bueno, Jorge, man, we want to thank you obviously for your time. If you have any social media you
Thank
want to
you.
give out at this time, please do so. For anyone who isn't following, you can. And thank you once again. Yeah, let's set something up with DeMarco, man. We would love to get DeMarco on here, man. Alex speaks Spanish, so he could translate if he needs a
Gracias.
Ahí yo
translator.
le, yo le hago la traslación, no se preocupe, compa.
Gracias. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, thank you. It will be great to have the
And
Marco on the show.
Javier, and
Thank you.
Javier. Let's get Javier and Magdaleno as well, man.
Yeah, for sure. We will. Let's do that. Thank you for you guys inviting me to your great show, to your audience. I want to say God bless you guys, and thank you for having me. And for sure, any of my fighters will be more than grateful to be in your show, my man.
George, before you go, real quick, right? We did
Not
have
George, Jorge.
Yeah,
It was.
it's okay. It's okay.
I thought I was gonna get a laugh out of him, but hold it. The last one that was coming in from one of our Patreons was George from Dallas Fort Worth. He says, which is a question I wanted to ask you: who wins, Teofimo or Lomachenko?
Oh yeah, you know Tiafimo. He's a Vegas boy too now.
You know,
Yeah,
yo soy
Teofimo.
hondureño. Yo soy hondureño, so I gotta go.
I
with
know
my boy.
Teofimo from day one, since they signed up with Top Rank, and I love Teofimo. Even that I fight him, with Diego Magdaleno. He knocked out Diego, but we still, this is the her business. This is the business. But inside the ring, there's no respect for nobody. But outside the ring, we got a lot of love and respect for each other. So I gotta go for Teofimo, man. To be honest, I gotta go for Teofimo. I think his explosiveness, the punch that he has, he can hurt anybody. Obviously, on the other side is the technique, is the good footwork, is the good slip, is the good counter punching, is the good power as well with Lomachenko. But I think Teofimo has the spark. I think he got the spark to knock down anybody. I see what happened with Kobe. It was not an accident. Come on, man, he just clip on the right spot and put him to sleep. And I worked with Jorge Linares when we fight Lomachenko on Madison Square Garden, and Linares was capable to drop him down. But I think Teofimo is capable to knock him out.
Man, Jorge, you work with everybody, huh?
Yeah, I've been working a few years, and here in Vegas, we've been working really hard, and we're just gaining the experience little by little.
Man. Well, we appreciate your time, brother. We want to get you back on, like we said, man. Give out that social media, and thank you again.
It's Jorge Capetillo 02 on Instagram. Thank you, guys.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. World-renowned trainer, Jorge Capetillo. Not George Doomy, but Jorge, take it easy. Yeah, man. So that was a great interview. Let's get out to these callers. I guess the final thoughts on Devin Haney is, man, take the fight, champ. You need a name on that resume. It was good enough for Bud. It was good enough for Gervonta Davis. It should be good enough for Devin Haney. We're going to go out to these callers. Your final thoughts, Doomy?
No, true. I second whatever you said right now, because honestly, I just got to say, if you get a real healthy Gamboa in there, I'm not gonna say that he's not facing a credible guy. Maybe I was in the beginning of the show a little bit too hard on that, but yeah, you get a healthy Gamboa in there, you get to see what a Devin Haney can do compared to a Gervonta Davis, that being talked about it being a super fight. I see where this goes. I just hope we get a healthy Gamboa and we get a great fight in it. Sponsors?
Bro, I was dying to smoke, let me tell you. But you know what I mean? I didn't want to, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like, But that being said, if you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've been having nothing but jam-packed interviews. And if you don't want to miss a show, the best thing you can do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get that notification whenever we do go live. The best way to get the notification is obviously to click that notification bell. Now, you could go a step further and become a Patreon and receive 2 notifications, because on Patreon, we post the show there, send you a reminder there. Usually you see all the times of the shows and the guests that'll be on the show. That being said...
Yeah, and guess what? If you happen to be on IG, right, and for some reason you didn't hit your notification bell, you can now click on the IG link in the bio and go straight to the live episode that day. I will be putting the link in the bio for the episode that we are going live on each day, so that if you guys happen to be on IG and you click on that link, it'll take you straight to the live show that we would be going live on that day, any given day. So, yeah, hit that notification bell, though. Ain't nothing like just receiving that notification bell. Bing!
Yeah, man, and don't forget to subscribe, man. Numbers are power. I see people saying, oh, get Tyson Fury, get Deontay Wilder. Look, without subscriber numbers, viewership numbers, there's not going to be interest from those bigger names. We got a few super chats here we want to go to. Disagree, Doomy. People leave Top Rank out. Fat Tank cause that injury. I like this fight, and I like it for Tank. Also, that's an old one? No, this says also, did you see what he said about Garcia Campbell? Did we say that one already from TJ?
I think we talked about it, but what you refresh my memory. What exactly did he say? You said something about it. I guess I just forgot. But
well, I seen yeah, we did talk about this. Devin Haney said, look, Ryan don't want to fight Campbell or anyone else. And then Ryan came back and was like, stay on my business, Devin. Man, you'll get your turn. That was his exact words. Let me see here. Looking like frequent flyer RC must be a new time listener, because he wanted a question asked for for Jorge Capetillo. Got me saying George. Jorge Capetillo, but you got to go to our Patreon page and ask Jorge or any of our guests a question there, but I will read it. He said, ask him why Fury's glove looked like the padding was removed. And shout out to the Boxing Voice fam, too. Well, you got part of that question asked. I mean, I did talk to him about the
Glove gate,
and, he gave us whatever he gave us. Let's go out to the sponsors, and then we'll go out to the callers. Once again, you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of People hotline. Don't forget, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right. Let me see. We got a jam-packed house. Let's go to Caesar in Las Vegas. What up?
Yo, good morning, Boxing Voice.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Great interview, man. I really enjoyed both interviews with Javier and Otto Wallin.
Jorge.
Or Wallin, right?
No,
Otto Wallin.
Jorge. You said Javier. That was the other day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, great show. I really enjoyed it. With the Devin Haney situation, I feel like the whole pandemic thing got us used to watching recent top rank level fights. So I feel like with the Gamboa, I'll watch it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect like a super tough fight for him during this current situation. But the Rolly thing, the Rolly fight, I'm pretty interested. If it's a step up fight, he's fighting an undefeated guy. Looks to be pretty tough. But you guys did mention he wasn't fighting. He was only fighting in DR, right?
Yeah, he only had one fight in America, which was in Atlanta on the Tank undercard. We're going out to E in Philly. What up? Damn, E, you just dropped off. Wallin. Like Staten Island. Let me see what we got here. Looking like L.A., big city of dreams. Looks like... Oh, that's not him. That's a different number. First time caller. First
time intro? Is somebody making their debut?
Hello, sir. Are you a first-time caller?
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Champ,
and who is calling?
Champ, 909. My man working. All right,
yeah, I think he's
work
picking
on.
up the phone now.
We're going out to J Mac Attack.
Ew.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Derek.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing. What you want to bet on?
You can bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, good morning. Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
I wanted that Philly caller dropped on because he knew I was on the line. But great interviews this morning. Definitely learned something. The cut guy, that was very honorable of him to put Stitch out there because I think he might have been faced with certain issues to where he knew he wasn't the right man for the job, but still not trying to be greedy or put Fury in a disadvantage by recommending Stitch, who is a well-known cut man. But that was like great interview. I ain't got too much on as far as Devin Haney and Gamboa. Like I said, at this point, all this prospect talk of Devin Haney, I don't get it, but maybe I do because they say he ain't fought nobody yet and he was given the belt. But for him getting Gamboa out there, I think it should be easy work for him. That's my first call.
Easy work.
All
You
right,
see?
we're going out to Keem in Florida. What up?
I open the door for audiences in all of sports to go back to the way it was in Jesus' name. Amen. It's done. The fight, I'm making $10 million. I'm not really worried about what he's making on him.
I believe you.
That's why you're going to see in Jesus' name. Amen. With Earl Spence.
Man, you're not fighting those shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Yes, you come back to me.
All right, Chant.
Appreciate
it.
Real quick before you go to the next caller, DBX on the super chat says, what surprises me is that Gamboa still gets opportunities after losing and clearly being past his best. Thinking emoji. Decent COVID fight, though.
I mean, that's how it is, bro. Like, yo, losers get more opportunities than winners. That's just how it works. Like, yo, DeMarco might end up in a shot. Like, yo, he getting a 3-fight deal. That's amazing, yo. God is good to him. Cause you know
He looked good.
He looked good.
He looked good.
He looked good.
I'll invest. Like if I was sitting
wonder,
in the seats, like yo, this fight, I gotta see
yo,
how he looks.
You know he getting a Josh Taylor shot. They gonna tune him up with Josh Taylor. He gotta beat him if he wants them belts. But who else Top Rank got at the 40? They probably got Regis on a standby from Lou.
Mm-hmm.
They got Ramirez. They could give him a Ramirez, a hometown fight. I mean, who else at 140? They got 40. Yo, what if they give him to my man early? Huh? Early.
Yeah.
He said, yo, my ninth fight, I'm ready. Get me ranked. Let's go.
Yeah.
King Amin, Essex, what up?
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Uh-oh, he at work?
Oh! You weak, pathetic fool.
All right. King Bomb, Brooklyn.
Hey, yo, you hear me?
We hear you.
Yo, listen, man. Yo, I need that trucker's form, man. I drove 800 miles.
800?
Yeah, Ohio to Minnesota. All my truck drivers know that's driving legally, man. Damn. You know what I mean? Piece of the Gods and Earths, piece of Snoop, piece of DMX. That versus battle was crazy. And yo, I'm gonna get disrespectful right now. I don't want no damn 38 dude fighting a dude 21. I don't want it. Why don't they serve up? Give them Regis and Devin, man. Nobody don't want no mismatch, man. What he gonna do? We just gonna see who will get knocked out quicker?
Regis should take that. That's a good call. Regis, that'll be a title shot for Regis.
Saying, man. Come on, man. Yo, why they doing? Yo, Yuriorkis Gamboa, I don't want it, man. Whoever won my army with that, I don't want that, man. Come on, man. 38, and he had like almost 200 fights in the Olympics in Cuban. Come on, man. Get that out of here, man. Nobody want that, guard. Nobody want that. Peace.
Nah, that's a good fight, but the only thing is, like, we gotta question, can Regis make 140? Remember, ever since he got that loss to Josh, he moved up, and he's only been talking about moving up, right? Like, catch weights and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, but I mean, for a title shot, I know he didn't want to. He wanted to do 143 with Lou versus Hooker, and Hooker won in 144. So Lou and Regis said no. So 143 is very close to 140, man. For a title shot.
Super close.
Super close. Let's see if they do it. We got Juan and the BX finally on the Skype, gang. Now you ain't ever gonna miss a call. You just gotta get Stainless to help you with that username so we know your name, because that ain't your name. That just says the alphabet with a bunch of numeric numbers there. But you gotta unmute, Juan. Toma. So you just listening. We're going out to NO in New Orleans, but more than likely on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Damn, why is UK Rob laughing at Regis versus Devin? What the hell?
Yeah, he feel real confident since his UK brethren took care of Regis.
Okay, looking like NO just listening. You on them roads? I hear you, champ. We going out to Stainless.
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people, now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Oh, that's right. He right. Regis is 140. Devin is 135. So Regis can't make that weight. Damn, Born. Giving out that bad info, man.
Yo, TBV, what's good first off?
What up? Buenos dias.
Yo, that's what up, Domi?
What up, champ?
You already know, man. I mean, that's a decent fight, Gamboa. It ain't. I gotta agree with Born though. It ain't the first fight I'm looking for. I mean, it don't make sense if Ryan Garcia ducking Luke Campbell. Then why don't he just take the Luke Campbell fight? I mean, Luke's still in the U.S., right? Don't he still train over here and shit? I'm sorry, and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would make more sense. They both under the zone. They both with Matchroom. They young fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a better fight to me. I mean, Gamboa, not only is he 38, but didn't he have an Achilles tear or something like that?
What's a better fight? I'm sorry, that one went over my head. What?
Luke Campbell.
Luke Campbell busy with Ryan, champ.
Well, Ryan ain't trying to fight Luke. That's what I'm hearing, right?
I mean, but that's what they still over there negotiating over there. They doing that thing over there.
Man,
I see what you're saying though.
We got
Luke. You got Ryan Good on Instagram.
Luke
you know
Luke don't want Haney anyway. Remember, that was offered at first, and he never went that route.
Yeah, none of them want it. I mean, but Gamboa just think that fight, man. I mean, it's a good fight for his resume, but that's about it. That's all I got on this first one.
All right. Chip. Let me read this super chat real quick from MEasyBX. Says, did Al get over on Floyd in negotiations? Tank's 135-pound belt is on the line, but still has to make 130. Isn't Tank the A side? I got Devin, early stoppage.
Yeah. So
what do you mean?
James Valdez said no more OT. Definitely OT. You know, I think that we need to put out like a post just like we do Untitled so that y'all can recommend topics because we went stale on the topics. That's what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. And also the interviews have gone over, which definitely ruins OT. That being said, we have Majid in Florida. What up?
What up?
What's good?
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, press that bell next to the subscribe button, and join Patreon even for $3. Man, I'm going to go out and just say I don't like that fight just because Gamboa all injured and old and everything with that soft chin. You know, and Devin Haney, he'll get credit on his resume when nobody know about Gamboa past maybe in 20 years. But don't nobody want to see that fight. So I feel like they should go back to the drum board and bring something better back because we talked all that crap about Gervonta not getting him out of there and him being old and stuff. So I don't even want to go through this again. Somebody need to step up and fight him. You know what I'm saying? That got a bigger name. I don't know who, but I don't want to see this. That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's probably why he deleted it, bro. Like, he probably heard the same callers calling in, hitting him up on social media. NO, you there?
Ooh.
What's happening?
What's happening? I'm an audio sound, bro.
You straight? You good?
You know I'm in a truck. You know I'm giving it up. Say, brother, this the problem I got with that fight, man. I mean, we all know dude 38. But he had an Achilles injury.
Yeah, an Achilles tear.
That's amazing. And that injury right there, it's hard to come back and be the same. And then being the same, that still wasn't the Gamboa. you know what I'm saying, back in the past. Like, so it's like you got the younger fighter, he got the height, the reach, and the weight advantage, more skills, better. Man, it's just a name. That's all you want is a name.
I mean,
That's cool.
I mean, what's the difference between when Crawford fought him?
It was different back then with Crawford. Come on, keep it real. It was different with Crawford fought him, bro. That was a whole nother scenario. I think he was coming over. Was he coming over Lil? That's about baby. That's the only thing you can see around that time.
I mean, what's the difference when Tank fought him? Tank fought him with an injury.
All right. Now you saying something. But look, though.
At least Devin gonna fight him healed. Devin about to fight him healed.
But at least Tank like the same size as him on move. You know, like height, reach. Like, man, all the advantages in Devin Haney corner.
Bruh,
only thing Tank had power. He had power in you.
He the
but
A-side.
look everything that Devin Haney got.
With the A-side.
He the A-side, champ.
Man, I ain't nothing better my call.
I'm saying, who else trying to fight him though? At least Gamboa trying to fight him at this point. Like, he can't sit out. Everyone else got fights. Like, I don't want him to sit out. This ain't the fight I want. This ain't my top fight, but I don't want Devin to keep sitting out. Like, remember he was out for a shoulder injury. He came back. He like, yo, I'm good. Don't take my belt. Let me get it back. I'm ready to defend. They gave him a voluntary. He tried to make fights. It just ain't happening. I don't know who else he could take, man. I don't know. Let me see. Steve, Chicago, what up?
Hey. Yeah, good morning. How you guys doing?
Oh, good, brother.
Good, Champy.
Great interviews. You guys bring in the heat in the morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, Ness, that's why I like listening to your show. You know, you're reasonable. Look, we don't want him to fight Gamboa, right? But if you look back and look at the landscape of that division, nobody's running to fight Haney. You know, he's too high risk. And what's the reward? You know, I think, too, they ain't going to hand out the bag for Haney. You know, that's just the reality. He's got a problem finding opponents. So I say just do it. I'm like you. Just keep busy. Do it until...
Yo, what about Diego Magdaleno? Is that better? Is he more durable than Yuriorkis Gamboa?
To me, it's the same. I just think, like you said, he needs to keep fighting. No one's going to run to fight Haney.
I mean, yo, Diego did. Damn, I can't believe we ain't talked to Capetillo about. He just looked good beating Austin Dulé. Remember? He did look good. He beat Austin Dulé, the same kid Chris Colbert beat. He did look real good. That looked like a new Diego, man. I wonder if Capetillo turning everybody around, because that's now two dudes I remember watching look completely different, bro. He's scheduled already anyway. It's too late. He's fighting Isaac Cruz Gonzalez. He on PBC. He back. That mean Al gave him another fight. After beating Austin Dulé, they bringing him back. He fighting Isaac Cruz Gonzalez. He's 1-1. His box rate pick look crazy. He from Mexico. He's 22. He's young. He the one that beat Thomas Matisse on Showbox. Okay. Oh, they putting him in tough. Okay. This ain't no freebie for Diego.
No pushover, huh?
No, Diego's not the A side here. Obviously, Cruz is, right? Isaac, I'm gonna assume. Well, I guess Isaac ain't either, because Thomas was the A side when he beat him. I don't know. But yeah, Steve, my bad.
Oh, that's all right. That's all I got. I'm
right.
Good.
Stone Bone, what up?
What up?
What up?
Hey, I thought that that's what you do when you give a guy who's supposed to destroy you a good fight. I thought you get another fight. That's what we've been seeing, these old guys turn back the hand, put on a good showing, and he earned another fight. So I ain't mad at Devin if he dispatches Gamboa. And to be honest, Devin is gonna have the size advantage on majority of the guys. He bigger than Tiafimo. He way bigger than Tank. He bigger than all them dudes. So the size advantage, him fighting them ain't nothing. He's bigger than majority of the 135 pounders. Who at 135 is bigger than Devin? Devin is one of the only
Maybe
that you talk
Campbell.
about.
Maybe him and Campbell the same size.
Yeah, but he's like a frail body type. You see how he look? He's not. He looked like a kid in the face. He really looked. I looked at his picture. He looked like he's 16. He's kind of frail. He's got the height, but he don't got the thickness to his body to move to. That listen, we was in New York when Devin and Bud did the face-to-face thing, and Devin is fucking 5'9". Devin was just as tall as Bud, just as thick. He was probably the same weight as Bud at that time because he was coming off the shoulder injury. So he gonna have the size advantage. I see him getting in there, and instead of looking at the ground and getting hit 3 times, you're going to see Devin punching Gamboa, getting out the way and stopping him in 6. He going to do what you thought Tank should have did. And all them guys who was running around protecting Tank, oh, that's a good fight for Tank. He's selling out Atlanta. Show that same energy for Devin, because Gamboa put hands on Tank. He might have lost at the end, but in the 8th, 9th round, Gamboa with a broke foot putting hands on Tank. So I want to see it. Let's see it. Let's go. It's COVID. That's a good name for him. And then go on to the next one.
Alrighty then. J-Mac Boomerang.
Mac Attack.
Shout out to Stonebone, because I forgot you had Take Man fans running around here talking about that's a good fight. He gonna sell out Atlanta. No, what they don't want to see is whatever. What they don't want to see is Devin Haney get in there and look better than him and see a true young champion that works hard dispatch of an old ass dude who's been past his prime. And that's to answer your question. What's the difference from Gamboa? Gamboa was undefeated, and Gamboa was still highly as a top fighter or viewed as a top fighter, and he had some of his clout. So stop the nonsense in the comparison. We know Tank Davis struggled with getting a 1 foot fight out of there. And shout out to Stonebone. Hey Steve, finally you coming around to your senses. It's funny how you go see what's going on with Devin Haney, but you can't see what's going on with Terrence Crawford. That's my second call.
I mean, Devin and Crawford ain't in the same situation at all. Devin, he don't got the celebrity of Crawford, and he doesn't demand the amount of money as Crawford. Crawford is a true A-side. He gets to pick, you know? Totally different. Devin's still trying to make his own. Look, disrespectful. The manager of Gamboa called him a heavily touted prospect rather than a champion. We got a super chat from Michael Buffalo. Michael Buffalo.
Devin is like Andrade or Andrade. Can't get big fights.
Big fight. Mm-hmm. We got Boomer Boomerang coming back again from my man Stainless. What up, Stainless?
Boxing bars, champ.
Get over here! Yeah, that's definitely a valid point on not being able to get fights. That's why I say I don't mind that fight. It's just not my first choice. But you know what I'm saying?
What's your first choice? With what's available, what's your first choice?
I'd have to go through the list, to be honest. I wasn't on I don't know if you already went through that list or something. So I don't know them all offhand. But like I say, that like you say, for what's available, I take that. You know what I'm saying?
And I guarantee you Top Rank won't do Verdejo, right? Because that'll be a big fight for Devin. If he gets a Puerto Rican, he could do it in New York or something. They can play it up as a big fight. But Top Rank going to be like, no, we're going to serve up Verdejo to Teofimo, not to you.
That's decent. Hey, let me ask though, why y'all let what's his name, Jorge Capetillo, come on here talking all reckless about Wilder, man? Talking about him that took his heart and all that, man. Like,
I mean, what could we say? That's his opinion. What you want me to tell him? No, that ain't fair for you to have that opinion, sir.
I know all the Wilder fans. Is
that fight that looked like Wilder heart got took though. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Was it when
that hit you a little bit like
really threw in the towel? Wilder looked at him like, "Yo, why you throw in the towel?" Was that when Wilder heart looked like it got took? I'm just confused on that.
Bro,
Yeah,
But it's
Wilder just got to do what he got to do to change the way things is going, man. That's how boxing is, man.
I guess I'm just a Wilder fan. Hey, man, it's
That's how they are, man. These fans don't care about you, man.
hey, as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up because I see a lot of unpushed thumbs in there. The count of people watching is a lot lower than the amount of thumbs up we got. So please push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Yo, somebody said, oh, that's George Foss. He says
King George.
Ness back down, didn't want that work from King Jorge. Bro, what work am I going like? Where's my ammunition? Like, I need that next fight. My man got to go out there and body somebody so we could talk greasy again.
Ness can't even speak no more. Where's your champion?
I can't.
Where's his words?
Let me get to BZ Ringer. What up? BZ, you gotta unmute, champ, or are you just listening?
Get over here!
Hey, there you go.
What's goody? Yo, I just wanted to say, the whole interview, I was like, all right, he's gonna do it. Oh, he's gonna do it right now. Oh, he's about to do it. Not a single sound bite.
Champ, I think I got 2 in there. Had Otto Wallin laughing.
Yeah, he hit him with the little cartoon, weep, something like that.
Yeah, he did. But you know what? It's because Otto, the way he talks, you want to listen. Like, we was in tune. That's definitely gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, I'm ready for that, man. I hope he come out with that aggressive style though, like take it to Kaufman, cause he right. Kaufman was cool with coasting in that Luis Ortiz fight.
And you know what my thing is, Ness? Like Kaufman kind of looked like Tyson Fury, so that might be bad for him. Otto gonna come out like, yeah, I get a second chance at this. I'm gonna get him. Well, look,
that's crazy. It does look like a little bit like part of the Gypsy clan.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick. Leo Santa Cruz is Bob's boy. Like, that's Bob's son. Like, so do you think that he thinks he's gonna beat Gervonta? I think Bob thinks he's gonna beat Gervonta.
You mean Al?
Al, my bad, Al.
Yeah, I mean Leo's the A side, bruh. Leo's the A side. People don't want to say it, but Leo's the A side. Even though his numbers in terms of like social media aren't there, but I believe Leo is the A side, man. For those that don't know, Leo's firstborn son's name is Al.
It's Al.
Like, this ain't no game here, man. Leo is a 4-division champ for Al. He's
show up for Al.
Yeah, he's done a lot for Al, man. That's probably why this fight is happening at 130, where they know Gervonta struggles at. That's probably why they got to put 2 belts on the line to keep Leo happy. You know.
Yep.
I
really believe they trying to set Gervonta up. I really feel like.
Well, I mean, it ain't a setup. It's a setup both ways, right? Like, obviously, Leo is being given his A side treatment, but Gervonta Davis is also being given A side treatment because it's like, yo, you the puncher going up against the smaller man. You the puncher, like you the bigger, you more popular. He's more popular. It's it's a lot happening there.
Yo, real quick though, Ness, I'll tell you real fast. Look, if Gervonta don't knock him out, Leo's gonna get him on points. Like,
yeah, that's what a lot of people. I mean, yo, I was actually gonna do that show today because Leo had a sexy ass quote, but I'm like, damn, do I do 2 back-to-back Leo shows? But Leo said, yo, if Tank don't come in shape, I'm knocking him out. I'm gonna beat him till he tired, and I'm stopping him.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said.
And if it's true, Gervonta, he's not disciplined, and if he's not disciplined, he's gonna get hurt.
It's crazy as you know. Listen to him though, right? Like as when the fight is announced, like or a rumor, we like, oh man, yo man, Tank gonna stop Leo, man. I guarantee you, as the fight gets closer, people gonna be like, what? Tank ain't never been 12. What happened when he can't stop Leo? What happened when Leo keep hitting him with body shots? Oh, Tank ain't never been in there with somebody who can punch as much as Leo. Leo, 4-division champ. Tank ain't never been in the ring. Leo really been tested. He fought Mars twice. He fought Frampton twice. Yeah, watch.
Let me tell you something. Leo cannot stand in front of him. He's not going to be able to stay. If you stand in front of him, he's going to get knocked out. So if Leo comes in with that type of game plan where, you see what happens to guys who stand in front of Tank with their high guard thinking that they're going to absorb the punches and then return. Like, you can't stand in front of Tank like that. So if he plans on moving and throwing as much as he can,
remember him and his dad. Him and his dad came up with a game plan for the rematch for Frampton, and they boxed beautifully. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not about being able to knock out your guy. Sometimes it's, if he could keep the jab on Tank off the back foot, Tank loves to lunge in. If you stepping out, same thing with Wilder and Fury. What did Fury do? Let Wilder shoot that jab, step out, the right hand falls short. You know what I mean? They could do the same for Tank, but Tank gonna jump in with the left hook. He love that. I mean, he love everything. He love a lead left hook like he love a lead right hand uppercut. My man don't care.
All gazelle punches too. Yeah, he leaps in with them, Jones.
But that's what Leo was saying. Like, but when I keep these hands on him, keep him busy, 6th round, he gassing. He ain't been there. So I don't know. We'll see what people say as the fight get closer. TJ, what up?
Barely.
You muffled up. Call you Muffaloni.
What about now?
There you go.
Oh, broke through the bag.
Bust the eardrum.
Oh, my bad, champ.
You
Is
good,
it still
JP?
like that?
Nah, we good. I'll adjust you over here.
I appreciate you, champ. Yeah, now stop hurting, man. Dude was on the undercard his last fight. He's not A-side. You stop that right now. I don't know.
Who not the A-side?
What the problem is like, huh?
Who not the A-side?
Tank is the A-side, bro. Stop all that. Leo Santa Cruz was just on the undercard his last fight. He ain't headline. Stop that.
Bruh, you bugging. How is Tank the A-side when they made Tank move up to fight for a fake belt and gave Leo Tank belt? Now Tank got to come back down to fight for his old belt.
Or they made him drop his belt just so Leo Santa Cruz could look like a better opponent by getting his belt. Don't forget he had the WBA Super before Leo Santa Cruz fought for it, which was a vacant belt at the time at 130. So don't make it seem like he just had he ain't have to go up and do nothing. Leo Santa Cruz could have fought him at 130 at his last.
I mean, obviously he had to go up. Obviously he had to go up. That's what they told him to do, and that's what he did.
I guess. Look, but on this Devin Haney
why else would you vacate your listen, you gonna tell me he ain't had to go up, but I'm gonna vacate a real belt to fight for a fake belt.
Listen, man.
Oh, all right, yeah. We gonna listen to you. Go ahead.
Because I got to talk about this Devin Haney subject, because I think a lot of people missing the point. It's a good fight.
You breaking up heavy.
Y'all can say that y'all want to talk about now. Am I good now?
Better.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I want to see the Devin Haney versus Gamboa fight. I really do. Like, nobody else want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? He can't get no other fight, so asking him to go, who he supposed to go fight? Romero Duno? King Ryan? Is he supposed to fight Avery Sparrow?
King Ryan.
Like, is he supposed to go back and go get Fonseca? Like, I just think that people got a hard time. I didn't mind when Tank was fighting Gamboa.
Fight Hank Lundy.
So I dang sure ain't gonna
fight Hank Lundy. That's a good bubble fight. Hank Lundy. That's a big name, common opponent with Crawford.
You think he a bigger name than Gamboa? I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be funny. I haven't been watching boxing for that long, so I don't.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you go for the bigger name if you're gonna do that. You go for the bigger name, one that got common opponents with Terrence Crawford, and with Gervonta Tank Davis, that was just in your division. Like, you go ahead and
You done got 3 minutes. Listen, that's a good super chat. Boston Jarrett said, "Who's getting paid more, Tank or Leo?" I can't answer that, not yet, but we'll find out. We'll find out. That's an interesting question because, and I don't think that
Leo, man.
And I don't think. But listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if it's Leo, I don't think that's a fair indicator of who's the A side, right? Even if it's Leo, because remember, let's go with TJ's hypothetical and Tank is the A side, right? You gotta get Leo to take the fight. So you got to pay him. That's why you gave him a vacant title so he could call himself full-time champ. Like, I could see TJ's narrative. I could see that. I could spin that too. I could make a whole show on how Al's setting up Leo. Told Tank to move up so that Leo get a belt, and now he got to defend his belt or look like a duck in front of his fans. Like, yeah, I could see that narrative.
Nah, but I think it's more of the other. I think it's more we need Leo. We need Leo to say yeah. They needed Leo to be happy with the
meaning
terms.
Al. Meaning Al. Exactly. And why do we need him to do it? Because we believe in Gervonta, so we need that Mexican for Gervonta to beat up on and cross over. I see TJ's narrative. It's not like it's not realistic, and that's why I feel like the money is not a good indicator of A-side, because if you believe in Tank, right? If you think Tank is the next Floyd, the way that Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd talk, right? If you believe that he's the next Floyd, then what you do, you invest in Leo so that Tank bubbles off him the same way you did with Mikey. That's what happened with Mikey. Mikey was 135 pounds, and they like, oh, really? You want to fight Earl? Really? Let's go, champ. Let's go. We need a Latino. Floyd told us 20 years ago to follow his blueprint. Fight a Latino. Let's go. We needed him. That's all. So this is all that's happening for Gervonta. It's up to him to capitalize off that, now beating a Mexican-American in front of a Mexican-American crowd in the world. You know, let's see if he's going to capitalize. This is no different than like Floyd Gotti, even though Gotti isn't, Mexican. He's Italian, but that was that fight that he needed. That is like, people know Gotti. Floyd needed that. Boop. That was that first pay-per-view. And this is Gervonta's first pay-per-view with a known 4-division Mexican champ. So I could see TJ's narrative. You know what I mean? I'm not going to act like I'm crazy. But there's no one else to fight, man. None of these names look sexy, man. I'm not going to draw this out any longer because it's already 12. But, I mean, just going over the rankings, none of these names look sexy. I mean, even if he took Cambroso, no one knows Cambroso, and he's Australian.
Not yet.
Not yet. You got to let him bubble. There's no one there available sexy. Yvonne Mendy, I don't want it. I guess, but no, Hector Tananara is fighting Mercito Gesta, and Tananara don't got the power to beat Devin, man. Terry Flanagan's a former champ, but I believe he's still with Frank Warren or Top Rank. I don't know, probably. I don't even know. That's not a sexy fight, in my opinion, anyway. Flanagan is not. So, Come's the biggest name available. I see. Easter, Come, and I'm not repeating TJ's name. It's insane that TJ's name is on the top 10 of the ring. Crazy. Maybe he should have fought Rolando Rolly. Rolly ain't more known than Gamboa, but I mean, I guess if pushed right, the hype, the Floyd Mayweather protege hype.
He hot right
Two
now.
Mayweather guys, All right, we out. Next GT on Instagram and Twitter to make sure I can get all my boomerangs. Ruin the 504, what up?
Yeah, just kind of continuing looking at this ranking list that is on the boxingvoice.com. Thanks to you guys for putting this list together. All the rankings. I mean, Easter, Comey, is Campbell a possibility?
Campbell's fighting Ryan in the negotiations with Ryan.
Linares.
He's fighting Javier, already sealed. That fight's actually happening Friday. Ain't it Friday, or is it in August?
Should be in August, right?
Check
oh no,
that.
It was scheduled for Friday. Yeah.
No,
I'll check it right now.
Is it really on the undercard of Samuel Vargas versus? No way, it's on that undercard of Ortiz Vargas. Yeah. No, I think that's August.
That's it then. I guess it's Gamboa, the best we have right now. Those are the only 4 names I can think of, and definitely scanning this rankings you guys have. That's it. So it has to be Gamboa.
There's dozens of names in front. I'm screen sharing it too. Like there's fights, but can they be made? Like I would love Felix Verdejo for Devin.
Verdejo is perfect, but it's not there. I mean, no, that's not. Bob's not going to offer him.
Exactly. He's going to save him for his own 35-pounders. Even Comey is with Bob now. Remember, he signed the deal. Lou had to give him up. Like, there's really no one out there, guys. No one. Easter, man. And I seen Easter training, which means he probably got something. Look.
But is he 140 now?
Easter's still ranked at 35.
Oh, I thought he... Okay.
He's in the ring. But you're right. I don't see Easter in any other sanctioning body. Let me check the WBA. Yeah, Easter's number 1 in the WBA champ. He's staying at 35.
All right. Well, it's the sign of the times. This is what we have. What can you do?
Yeah,
that's my call.
I don't see him ranked at all right. I don't see Easter ranked in at 140. He's only ranked at 35 right now. He's number 1 too, above Ryan and Jorge Francisco Patera. Who is that? This is Francesco. It's not even Francisco. It's Francesco Patera.
Pantera or Patera?
No N. Patera. We got BZ on the super chat. Says Virgil gonna get in there and knock him out ASAP. Ness, we doing a live fight chat? Of course, champ. Without a doubt.
So the fight card, who are we talking about being on that card? Virgil Ortiz, Samuel Vargas?
We were talking about on the undercard, Campbell Linares. That's their own main event, right?
Yeah. On the undercard, it's Hector Tanajara versus Mercito Guesta.
Yeah.
You got Shane Mosley versus Jeremy Ramos.
Yes. Yo. Tune in for this live fight chat. Remember, Shane Mosley is now training with Justin Gambler, who is the trainer of Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. And guess what else? Just in case you thought, oh, well, it ain't just a trainer, Ness. It's more than that. That's right. Stamina. Guess what just got included into the camp? Or been included for 8 weeks? Well, more than 8 weeks, two fights already?
Strength and conditioner?
Coach Larry Wade.
Let's go, champ.
It's over. Larry just added someone else, too, to his team. He just, he was like, yeah, whatever, shout out to this dude. He worked crazy hard. I forgot, but yeah. Nah. Yo, we out, man. It's 12:01. We out. And that's just Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, and before I go, I mean, there was 3 other names I wanted to mention, I guess, from the card, but one that stuck out was Super Bad Ceniza Estrada. I know she's gonna kill me if I pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, no, Ceniza Estrada.
I don't. Is Ceniza? Ceniza is like ash.
Yeah, Ceniza Estrada.
Oh, I thought it was Ceniza, but Ceniza. Okay, we're gonna have to ask her.
I mean, you know what? Let me not. Maybe you right and I'm wrong. C-Dub said Abner Mars, great name. Negative, bruh. Abner is... I guess it's only 30. Negative. I guess it's only 35. He was willing to fight Tank, and he was willing to fight Ryan. You right, C-Dub. You right. And he back in the gym with Estrellita.
Damn.
Yeah. Yo, we out, man. Peace. Gotta walk the dog.
Bless.
Do say.
Hit that.